Say hi. You say no. But hi. Your first time chatting in my chat. Welcome to the Twitch. You're Carrot, isn't it? Hi, Papa.
Hal loves being antagonistic.
Shut up,
Just
Kenny.
ignore him when he's mouthing off.
You're not here.
Don't let him get under your skin.
I think you are here.
Say that to my face.
Why wouldn't you be? You hiding from me? I'm gonna get straight into it there, because I don't know if I've got plans, because I do have to give my car to someone for a service. You hide from me? I'm not here. Oh, yeah. We're doing Clorinde story quest today. I do it by myself. Let's go back screen. Whee! We got the Kanich today. I can't deny that one. You heard from the temple. My model doesn't have dimples though. You're gonna have to hide from my stream. Oh, you're on call. I can join. Hang on. I didn't realize you were in there. Hold the phone. Let's get it Aussie. The Papa.
Hi!
Magical. Hi.
Here's how I allocate my energy on a job. 70% goes to
We're just
investigating.
dreaming.
10% to making a final decision.
I do.
And the
I don't.
remainder for execution.
I couldn't care less. What? I can talk to you if I want to talk to you.
I'm fine. Talk to me if you want to talk to me. Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't start.
Hmm?
I said, don't start.
I'll start. Don't you worry.
Ah, yeah. You know you won't win.
No. I won't win, no. We're going straight into Clorinde story.
I haven't been on Genshin in over 5-6 days.
That's fair. You don't need to be on.
Your daily welcome, does that add up? If you haven't logged in?
It just goes by day, so...
So if I miss a day, I miss time.
You won't miss any primos, it'll still just be the same day.
Do you also see Navia and Clorinde over there?
I think.
They look like they might have run into
So as long as you don't
trouble.
log in, it'll probably like stay there.
What's going on?
I was gonna say, if it doesn't, I miss 5 days of primos.
Yeah. Hopefully, I think that's how it works anyway. It doesn't go down unless you log in.
Still no dice?
Yes, you're right there.
Not at all. And I've asked pretty much
Sorry,
everyone in the
can't
court of
be after
Fontaine
all that.
already. Lynette's ears drooped as soon as she heard that we'd have to be out and about for days on end.
Considering
And
I only had an
Fremini,
interview yesterday.
he hid
I
himself
work
under his
today,
helmet
I
as
work
soon as he
tomorrow.
realized there'd be people around that
Nice.
he didn't know.
Having
got
fun,
Sunday
What
already.
about
off.
Chiori and Charlotte? I feel like both
I
of them would
work
be more than up to
Wednesday,
it.
Thursday,
I've asked them already, but they're both pretty
Friday,
busy right now.
Sunday,
I just
Monday,
gave the members of the Spina a
Tuesday.
few days off too, so I don't want to
Yeah.
bother them either.
So I've got
This
what,
is getting pretty
Sunday,
difficult.
Monday,
Navia, Clorinde, what's up?
Tuesday off. Then Saturday.
Oh my. Well, if it
Yeah.
isn't my
Only 'cause
dear
I'm working
partners.
2 jobs
How are
now,
you
but
all
anyway.
doing?
Huh.
Yeah. You gonna
Navia.
keep working the 2 jobs for now?
Huh?
I don't know, to be
Oh,
honest.
you mean...
Yep, this is our chance.
Mm.
Do you need our help with something?
Sleep, sleepy.
Precisely. My dear partners, we've got a huge
No,
problem
listen.
right now that only
Oh, yeah.
you can solve. Whoa, for real?
Just tired.
Absolutely. We've already exhausted all
pain,
our
to
other
be honest.
options.
Just, I get that.
Traveler, Paimon, would you join us
You gotta look at
and
this,
play
mate. 4
Mars
days
Shosei
straight, I
Hunter
was ripping out
Judgment Day?
roofs, smashing down walls, filling up big
Mara, she'll say
skip
what
bins full of rubble and stuff.
It's a new
All
game
Yeah.
rules
script
and
by the
stuff.
Tabletop Troupe, a local roleplay adventure
yeah.
club.
Ever heard of the Tabletop Troupe?
Just
They
a lot of
put on
hard
games
work.
that allow you to participate in a
Yeah,
story and
body just
role-play
feels
characters
stiff
with
and
your
in pain.
friends. Oh, I've loved their stuff ever since I was a kid.
Can relate.
Super interesting.
Clorinde and I are both veteran
Not the
members
manual
of the club.
labor.
Recently, someone
but
came up with a
can
new
relate to
script
the pain.
and was looking for people to help playtest it for them. And when they asked,
I need
of
Furina to give me a
course I
nice
couldn't
massage.
refuse.
That's what
I
need.
mean, come on.
Need her to do?
A brand new script? Nobody has
No, hang
ever
on.
played
No,
it
no,
before.
no.
Mm-hmm.
Not Furina.
Generally speaking,
My
scripts at
breaker.
that
Won't
level
go
of
by the name
development
what I
have a
call
lot
it.
of issues. But I think this one
You
is
can
pretty
say
solid.
it.
The author obviously put a lot of work into the story,
Well, there's
and
3
the
of
world
them there.
building is also quite credible.
My breaker.
Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. I
Jogan.
know I was the one that handed you the script,
And
but some of us haven't read it yet.
Marissa?
No spoilers,
yeah.
please.
Anyway,
Thunder
the script
Flies.
calls for a team of 4.
T-Archon.
Ah, yes. We're missing one final player right now.
I don't name the other one.
I don't know what you name her. I name her Boopa Sword Lady.
I reckon did I name her for like Thunder Tits or some fucking shit like that? I don't fucking.
There was something like that, yeah.
So, you're saying you'll help us out? I knew I could count on you, partner.
Paimon and the Traveler are kind of a package deal. Is that okay?
That's not a problem. I'll adjust the pace based on the actual number of players and ensure that everyone has a good
I'll
time.
let your message.
Well,
I heard you
Traveler,
got
what
a
do
new
you
job.
Wanna
No.
play? Paimon will
I'll send
follow
it
your
to him.
lead.
No, I wouldn't hang on that. I can't remember now. Hang on.
Yeah, I asked him when the last time he talked to you, and he said not for a while. Like, bruh, you need to talk to your
Well,
friend,
that
you
solves
know?
our problem. You have our
The
thing.
last time
Woohoo!
he responded
I'll go
to
grab the
me
script manager
was
from
the
the club
24th
right
of the
away.
4th.
The script manager.
24th?
It is the
Did you
second
just
of
say
the
that you
5th.
gave Clorinde the script?
Yep.
The club
And
introduced
only
a completely
time
new
he
kind of
responds
gameplay
is
for the script.
if I say no,
In
it's
this
always me
iteration,
what
the
messages
Game Master's
first.
version
I
of the script is
don't hear
incomplete.
from me here.
The
No,
script
yes.
manager provides the next part of the
Next
script
day, no,
only after
yes.
players have completed the current list of objectives.
He never
On
messages
top of
me
that,
first.
in order to increase player immersion,
So I
the
just
club has
don't message
created some of the
anymore.
story's sets
Yeah.
and
But he's
scenes
like, hello,
in
I'm
real
like,
life.
what?
We'll only know
He's like,
where
how
we
you
should go
been?
once the
Going
script
to
manager
work,
reveals
'cause
the
he literally
starting
messaged
location.
me while I was on my way to work.
Oh, you're right.
I heard you got a
Whoever
new
wrote
job.
this script
No.
really did
Was
put
I
in a
wrong?
lot of
Yes. Sammy mentioned about
And it's got
a
a real
cooking
healthy amount
position.
of suspense, right?
No.
I mean, even the
Oh,
GM doesn't know how the
Shit,
story will end.
I can't remember.
I look forward
True.
to experiencing
Then
it
I'm
with
like,
you
no.
all.
Then he hasn't
Why
replied.
don't you go meet up with the others
Then I was
first?
at college,
They
but
should
yeah.
all be waiting
Yeah,
at
you'll be at
Chioria
college
Boutique.
for another 2
I'll
hours,
come over
yeah.
with the script manager as soon as I find them.
No, he literally
Sounds good.
does not message.
Remember to always watch where you're going and don't rush.
But I bet you messages you every
You
day.
say that like
No,
I'm
not
6
actually,
years
not
old or
anymore,
something.
no.
Shit.
Let me think.
Puppy
What
love.
kind of character should I play this
Yeah, they've been
time?
hanging out a lot, so they've been really busy.
I just hope you'll pick up some useful skills this time. Oh, and stop trying to persuade every animal you come across.
Just because you're with someone, you don't ditch your friends. You still communicate with your friends and hang out with your friends. Like.
Yeah, they still get me to join the call, but I tell them that they should have some sort of, like, alone time. That's about it.
Well, yeah, literally, the only ones that message you at me is you. And
Sorry to
I
keep
talked
you waiting.
to Gary when we streamed
You're
together.
back.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
you've
that
got
one.
the Traveler.
You'll
and
have less
Paimon
time
with
to
you
stream
too.
now, won't you?
What a pleasant surprise. I assume you'll be joining us for the game then?
Lyney,
like Quinn
Furina!
I want to try and get back into
you
streaming at
also
least
members of the
once every
tabletop
week. I was gonna do it.
it.
Yeah, I was gonna do one last week, and then I just couldn't bring myself to get out of bed.
I'm more of a casual member
I'll go to
than
work.
I haven't
home,
taken part in many formal
I've just
club
not been laying on my
activities.
bed.
Lynette, Fremine, and I
Haven't
play
even- my
something
Xbox has
similar at
not
the
even
Hotel
turned on in
Boutique
5
sometimes,
days.
but I'm usually the GM.
Yeah.
Still, I'm sure it'll be fun being a player
I've
for the
just been
first time.
watching-
I'm looking
oh.
forward to it.
I'm disappointed. I finished One
Well,
Piece.
I'm
It's
not
up
a
to
member
where
of the
it's
club at all.
in Chinese or
Clorinde simply
Japanese.
woke me up first thing this morning.
You got
said there was
all
a good
you
script
watched all the
worth
dubbed
experiencing,
then.
and asked if I wanted
Yeah.
in.
Damn, that's
Well,
a
Interested? I can
achievement
give
in
you a
itself
referral.
though.
That should give you a 40% discount on
1,123
membership
episodes.
fees.
Yeah.
I think I'll wait to see how this
Which is pretty
experience plays out
much,
first.
what do you call it,
Especially when it comes to the
fairy
quality
tale?
of the script. If it's sufficiently
Around
fun,
there.
then I'll join.
Do you
But I
participate
have
in a lot
started
of
a new
tabletop
anime.
troop activities, Clorinde?
A new one?
You could say that.
Jujutsu
She's actually
Kaisen.
one of the few senior game masters of the
We
troop.
watched the first episode of that and didn't really
Right.
like it.
I knew about that
I haven't
even
watched
when
it
she was still my
since.
subordinate.
It's nothing.
You-
Really. Just a small hobby
you
of
don't,
mine.
you can't judge a boy
Wow.
first episode. You
I'm
gotta watch
so
I-
used to seeing you be all upstanding and
I watched the first
intimidating
couple
as
of
the champion
episodes. If I don't
you
like the
are.
first couple of episodes of an
Kinda hard to
anime, I
imagine
don't
you
watch
role-playing
it.
with a bunch of friends.
It's what put
I
me
don't
off of
want
watching
it.
ReZero. I don't really like that because of the first couple of episodes.
What's that?
Surely,
So,
Jess.
what?
I would never
ReZero.
intentionally make things difficult for my
No,
players.
no, no, that one.
I maintain a
That's
clear
one-
boundary between my
what's it,
professional
Soul-
and personal lives.
Soul
The
Soul
me
Eater?
you see at court represents the law and order
No,
of
not Soul
Fontaine.
Eater. Is it Soul
I
Eater?
put all personal
I love
feelings
Soul
to the
Eater.
side and grant a fair duel to all who seek to
Yeah, you
defend
got me
their
guessing
honor.
what it is.
But in my personal life, I'm just an ordinary person. Someone who feels anger and sadness.
I'm watching a
Just
new
like
one.
everyone
It's
else.
called Heaven's Official
Well,
Blessing
you
at the
say
moment.
that, but for all the time I've known you, I don't think I've ever seen
It's
you
great.
cry.
We
I
have
bought
I've seen you
all
get
of the
angry,
books.
sure, but now I'm wondering whether you were
Oh my
actually
God, it
mad
saw
or
me
if it
out.
just looked that way from the outside.
Hmm?
It
I
signed
was
me out of
possibly in
Crunchyroll.
work mode
Signed
during
you
those
out.
times.
Is that so? Well, in any
motherfucker.
case, I
Rude.
just feel like even in your personal life, you don't get emotional very often.
So you want to
Oh
see
my
me
God,
cry?
I'm gonna go copy and
That
paste
might be a little
logins.
difficult. A show of anger, though,
Rude-
that might be something I could accomplish.
Rude as effing luck.
No, that's not what I meant.
Wait, not that one. This one. I was about to do Genshin looking for it.
Ah. Yeah, they're
What have you
completely
got
different
to-
passwords.
I'm back. Here, allow me to introduce you to the script manager, Mr. Florian.
Pleasure to meet you all.
Wait, are you a champion duelist
Did
too,
you log
Mr.
in on my
Florian?
Twitch last night?
Oh no, this is just the
Log into your
costume
Twitch
provided
last
by the
night. I
club.
was already logged
I
in,
occasionally play
so
a
when
few
I
of the
clicked
roles
on
in my
it,
scripts.
That
like
sounds like a
automatically
lot of
logged me
work.
into yours.
It's nothing. It's
Yeah,
the least
'cause
we
I got
can
a
do to give the players a
notification
more
in my emails.
immersive experience.
Yeah, sorry.
Anyway,
So-
allow me to give you a brief
no, it's
introduction
fine. I
of the
thought you
script.
put another emote on there.
This
I
script was
went off the
adapted
straight
from the
on there
real
looking.
history of the Maro Shosei
I do
hunters.
have another one
You all will play the
finished.
role
I
of
just
hunters
haven't
from a bygone
posted
era
it
and resolve
anywhere.
a series of events unfolding in the capital.
Well, I think it's
I'm
finished.
not super familiar with the history of the
You think?
Marashose hunters.
Yeah.
Is
Right.
that a problem?
Oh, no problem at all. I can give you a
where's
brief
this other one I
rundown.
was thinking of?
So, basically, Maro Shosei hunters were people who dedicated themselves to hunting
Oh, yeah,
monsters
yeah.
and protecting the city by using
Not
a
tired.
special swordsmanship technique
Just
passed down
yawning.
over
Sure.
generations. Their story can be traced
This
back
is
to
my
the
brain
ancient
relax.
Remurian dynasty, as well as the first hunter, Cassiodor. But I'll
And I've
leave
got
the
a cat
finer
between
details
my
for you to
legs
seek
too,
out
so
and
that
discover
don't
later.
Mhm. And I'll provide additional commentary as the
I'm gonna
story
kick him off
progresses.
the bloody bed.
In that case, brave hunters, are you ready to set out on an unknown adventure?
Nice tickets now on sale. I don't know what to do.
Just one sentence and it's like we're in the story already.
Aha.
Soul
I see
leveling.
many a determined gaze before me. Very well. Head over to this location
next
and
one I wanna
begin your
watch.
heroic journey.
So, as we follow the story, it leads us to specific scenes? Ooh, sounds pretty innovative. What does the message in the envelope say?
It's the exact location of the scene, as well as the formal permission to use the venue.
I reckon that's
Seems
my
like they have
work
everything
clothes
prepared.
dry.
Please check all your belongings, everyone, and make sure you haven't forgotten
Yeah, I
anything.
did not expect to
Once
have
you're
an
ready,
interview the
please
next
follow
2
me to the
days be
designated
working, and I've
location.
already got 37
Sounds
hours
good. Hunter
for
Squad,
the
Yeah.
move
fortnight
out.
working. Like 37 and a half to be precise.
It's great though. I wish
That's
I
funny.
was good at that sort of stuff, but I have to wait.
No, I used to work at the place where I am now.
Yeah.
10, 11 years ago.
It's been
And
a
the
while.
three people were still with us, 4 people there. You got Donna, you got Bob, and you got Leanne. Donna said I'm not allowed to leave again, because if I leave, she's going to hunt me down and drag me back.
Oh,
Bob tried to beat me up with her friggin' cane.
did she?
Because I left. Hey, I left because I got a better job.
Yeah. Now you're back.
But yeah, I'm back.
Whee!
Oh my god, look at this motherfucker messaging me.
Who is it?
I'm gonna tell him to go away.
Message you?
Who do you reckon?
Rude much?
I literally just told him go away. You
They
don't
really
got time
have
for
thought of
me.
everything. Even the phaetometer is here and ready to go
You
for us.
complain about that.
The phaetometer. What's that?
Hey, it's true.
It's a card
You
that's
guys got
used to
time to
determine
message me
action
in a
success or failure. We'll need to use it
24,
when we
so
try
that's
to use
6,
certain
7,
skills.
8 days.
And
Yeah.
what
Until
about all the
someone
dessert and
tells you, then
tea?
you message just to
Is
find
that
out the
for us
course.
as well?
That's what the message said.
Rude.
Oh, really?
I didn't say to congratulate you. I
so
said to go
nice.
give you a message.
It feels just like a tea
Give it
party
your-
with friends.
So we like to
Those
check
snacks
up.
have Paimon's name written all over them.
Hey,
I think you might be more of a
that's right, you're not
snack hunter than a
affiliate.
Marashose
Why did
hunter,
I think you're
Paimon.
affiliate?
Hmm.
Snack Hunter Paimon reported for duty. If there
I
are
need to get you
delicious snacks
affiliate.
to be
I'm gonna
found,
post you
Paimon will
everywhere I
track
know
down
I
every
can
last
post you.
one.
The desserts are great.
Nah.
But I'm still looking forward to the story more
Yes.
than anything.
Very fair. Then, let us
going
begin.
live.
First, please pick up the blank character cards in front of
everyone.
you and write down your name and profession.
Come.
You can find an abbreviated version of the rules printed on the back of your character card. If you have any questions, feel free to ask me. In this story, everyone is a Marashose hunter. To reflect this, the club has prepared a small badge for everyone.
Ooh, nice.
As hunters, you have proficiency in swordsmanship and fighting by default, so there's no need to allocate any additional skill points to those areas.
Swordsmanship? So there's a fighting part to all of this? Paimon's not sure she can do all that on her own. Maybe Paimon can just stick with you?
I mean, you just stick with us
Why don't you
anyway.
share a character card then? The traveler will be the Marashose hunter,
Think about what
and
you
you can
mean.
be her little floating assistant.
Huh. Kinda like in real life.
So, for the name, do I fill it out with the name of my character?
Yep, it can be any name you like.
You can use your real name too if you want. I do that whenever I get too lazy to think of a new name.
Oh, so it would be like experiencing a different life, but still as yourself. That's not a bad idea.
In that case,
Furina, you're
I think
adorable.
I'll continue to use the name Lyney then.
Next up
You
is
are
the skill
adorable.
sheet. You have a limited amount of skill points that you can use to learn a number of
Enough.
skills. The more points you invest in a
You are
particular skill,
adorable.
the easier it will be to
My
pass
model
associated
is-
checks.
I'll take persuasion and
Just a happy day to
investigation. Those are must-haves when it comes to missions like these.
Oh, those skills sound like they'd be useful for gathering intelligence. Good idea, Navia. Just as expected of a veteran player.
So, should we also take those skills then?
Not necessarily. Since we're working together as a team, we could leave the negotiations to Navia and use our skill points to pick up other useful skills. For example, I think I'll take stealth and sleight of hand. That will give us more options if we run into any situations we can't negotiate our way out of.
Oh, interesting. I wasn't thinking about it like that. I suppose it's not so different from an acting troupe. Everyone has their own role to play. Let me see. I'll take
Can your
art.
lives go live on
and
Elections
performance.
channel?
I'm not
Alright.
quite sure what use they'll be, but I'm
When you
not
go
as
live as a show up
knowledgeable
on
about
Elections,
the other
Discord that
skills.
you've gone live.
And
No.
I'm not too confident I'd be able to
Well,
roleplay
guess
them
what
well.
it is now.
Well, that
I
leaves
can't
us.
fucking
What do you
post an
wanna learn,
announcement.
Traveler?
How rude.
Huh.
can't. But you know what? Fucking.
Ooh, so you want to help people when they're injured.
He
That's
can
nice
tell
of
me
you.
off if he wants. I don't really give a shit. I'll just put it
Gotta
in
say,
general.
this suits you really well. Nothing boosts morale like good food. So what do you think? Are you sure you want to learn these 2 skills?
Election. Fuck you.
I'm gonna tell you off.
Ready? Place.
Let's see.
I
Hmm.
should.
Oh, looks like you each have enough points to choose one final skill.
Well, that's his
You
fault.
all pick
They let
such
me have the power
classic
to put in
skills.
announcements.
It's fine to go a little bit out of the box, you know.
Meant to
Why do
be
I
a
get
mod.
the feeling she's getting
Can't
ready to
even
cause
announce
trouble?
videos, so how rude.
For example, this one
Very
here.
rude, yeah.
Summon. Doesn't it sound super mysterious and cool?
Sorry if I've not
I
been
saw that one just
messaging
now as
much.
well.
I've just been
The
so busy
description
with
says
more like sucking
this
dick.
skill can
Nah, he has
be
been really
used
busy
under
with his
certain
college work as well.
circumstances to summon characters
Yeah,
or
just kidding,
creatures
shit.
that fit the script's
Yeah, you
world
do that.
building rules.
The script's world-building rules, huh?
He gives himself shit.
Yeah,
But
he gave
how are
himself
we
way too
supposed
much
to know
work
what
to
a
do on
Mara
the game that
Shosei
he's
hunter
making.
can summon?
Oh, that's not for us to worry about, my friend. Just learn the skills that interest you, and the GM will take care of the rest.
Oh.
Alright, you've convinced Paimon. Let's learn Summon then. Paimon can't wait to see what kind of thing shows up.
Well, now that
Oh my
everyone's
God, I've
more or
appeared
less
online.
finished creating their characters, we can begin. Since 2 of our players are doing this for the first time, though, let me ask,
What's wrong with CFEs now?
would you like to
Broken?
play on easy mode or authentic mode?
What's the difference between the 2?
Well, in role-playing
Come
games,
offline again.
the story
Don't make this
sometimes
man.
changes based on the
They
decisions
cannot
of the
do a
players and the
season
results of the
update without
fatometer.
breaking some.
For example, if you
Oh
fail
my
a
God,
check,
there's my woman there,
that means you
Furina.
cannot use the target skill in that
He's
scenario.
Furina.
A critical
Mwah.
failure may even result in further negative consequences. If you choose to
I
play
love
in
Furina, she's
authentic
cute.
mode, every time you elect to use a skill, you'll need to use the fatometer to see whether you succeed
Aye.
or fail, and face any consequences that may follow.
This is just
If
Dungeons
you
and
choose easy
Dragons.
mode instead, every check will be successful by default, and you won't have to worry about luck playing a factor.
And doesn't Furina have 2 different color eyes?
Yeah, she does.
Eh?
They're
Like
both
you?
blue, but yeah. They're both blue, but it's like a dark blue and a light blue.
Given that I'd like to focus on the story, I suppose I should pick easy mode. I'd feel bad if I brought the team down by failing my checks.
Huh? Oh, come on. Don't worry about that. RNG is the
That's just an
lifeblood of
excuse.
role-playing games. I'm going
I've
with
been very busy
authentic
with
mode
work,
for
and
sure.
you can vouch.
Never
Lies.
knowing what
It
you
takes
might
5
have to
seconds
overcome.
DM.
Ugh,
It does.
doesn't that sound exciting?
Yeah.
You can't see.
I'd
You're not,
rather be
you're not
mentally
constantly
prepared
working
for
24
what
hours
might
a day
happen.
non-stop where you can't pick up a
All
phone
right,
and say hi.
then I'll mark down Furina for easy mode. All her checks will be successful by default. As usual, Navia and Lyney will play on authentic mode.
What about you, dear partner? How would you like to play?
Are you sure?
But still,
Trust me,
Oh,
you'll see the
oh,
beauty of RNG.
two,
Honestly, I don't think Clorinde would make things too
Five,
difficult for us no matter what the fatometer says. Isn't that right, Clorinde?
No promises.
That wasn't super reassuring.
Well, anyway, enough talk. Let's
I
get
just work pretty
started.
much 10,
I want
10
to
10.
experience at least a good chunk of the story
The
today.
days I am working both
Speaking
jobs.
of the story,
Yeah.
why is the beginning scene on a beach?
Well, that's because
Exactly, you better
a
be
long
sorry.
time ago, back when human civilization was
fine.
still in its infancy,
Oh, that's really cool. I like
powerful
the art.
demons and evil sorcerers ruled over the land. They created a host of monsters and sent them to slaughter all humans in existence.
Boop, boop.
Soon,
Oh my
a
God.
group of human rebels banded together. With their swords raised,
Gee.
they swore to brave the darkness, and in doing so, subdue each and every monster that sought their destruction. They became known as the Mara Shosei Hunters.
Where is my Pepsi? There is my Pepsi.
My Pepsi's in front of me.
Runs on my lips.
Sometime later,
That
as a member of
looks
the
like
Marashosei Hunters,
Mondstadt.
you receive a commission. Following the address provided on the message,
No,
you take a
it's
boat
Castle.
and arrive at this strange city.
Castle wasn't.
Mondstadt looks
As you
like
inhale,
that is definitely
you can taste
Mondstadt.
the
That's
slightly
definitely the
salty air
docks
of the
behind
docks
Mondstadt.
as you begin to survey your surroundings. There aren't many people in the vicinity.
Why are we in Mondstadt
but you
now?
do take note of a few others who,
That's
like
the
you,
docks
seem to be sizing up this place.
of
Your eyes meet. And you
Natlan.
realize
Snezhnaya.
these people are fellow Marashosei
That's the
hunters,
Natlan, not Snezhnaya.
likely led to this location
Went the
after
complete opposite
receiving the
direction
same
of what you said,
commission
though.
as you.
No, that's the
You're
docks at
Marashosei
London Gate.
Hunters too, right?
Look
Allow
at
me to
Navia.
introduce myself. The name's Navia, monster hunter by trade and helpful neighborhood businesswoman on the side. What say you to traveling together? We can help each other out on the road.
Okay, count me in.
I really like the
My
artwork
name
for this.
is Lyney. I've been wandering since I was little and picked up a few less than legal tricks along the way. I was adopted by a Marashosei hunter and later chose to follow in his footsteps.
Is this where you introduce your character to everyone?
Oh shit,
It
I'm already in
sounds like
season
you've
2
done
of
this
Jujutsu
dozens of
Kaisen.
times.
There's
Already.
only 2 seasons of Jujutsu
My
Kaisen.
name is Furina, and I grew up in a
I'm
noble
waiting on
family.
One Piece
I
and
always had
Jujutsu
a strong
Kaisen, Demon
interest in
Slayer,
performance and the
Fairy
arts.
Tail, My Hero
Even though I'm
Academia.
a Marashosei hunter, what I really want is to be a performing artiste.
Hey, that's really cool. You can do it, Furina. That's exactly
Another
how
one
it's
to watch
done.
soon.
Paimon is Paimon, a
I
good
like a
friend and
Paimon.
companion to this
I
Marashosei
like the
hunter.
little artworks here.
I don't like
I've
Paimon.
been studying
Kill it.
medicine ever since I was a child. I want to do my part to eradicate these monsters and use what I've learned to heal others.
Oh, welcome. When we face the monsters, I'll make sure to charge in front to give everyone some cover. You can take care of the healing at the back.
You open your envelopes at the same time. The message reads,
I'm actually really enjoying
to the
this. I didn't think
honorable
I was
and
going to at
trustworthy
the start.
Marashosei hunters, our kingdom is currently facing a grave crisis. The lands outside the capital have been overtaken
good
by
one, then.
monsters, and our people are
This
being
is
led
definitely
astray by
Mondstadt.
forces of wickedness.
That's one of my hiding
We
places.
beseech you, please help us resolve this crisis.
Actually, that's exactly
and
where you hit
return
from
peace
Electron
and
is on the
stability to our
outside.
Yeah.
homes.
I was still technically in
Swear, this
Mondstadt,
city
just
looks super
on the wall.
familiar.
There.
It kind of reminds Paimon of
If
Mondstadt.
I lay
The
down in them
scriptwriter
boxes
must
just
have used
around
a
that corner, he
real-world
would have
city as
never
a reference
found
when
me.
coming up with the map.
Yeah.
As experienced hunters,
Ouchie.
the layout of the city reminds you of places once traveled. You recall the sight of tree-lined
We need
streets
to get
and the
back
gentle
on the hill
tranquility
together
of days
do a
gone
hide
by.
and seek.
Yet,
Yeah,
as
we
you
do.
regard the city
It was
in
fun.
front of you, it appears to be little more than an empty shell. Its hollow gates are open to you,
We need to just get back into
beckoning you
gaming
to come
together.
forth and bring salvation back to the town.
Oh, sorry,
I
I
carefully
work,
read
you
every
work, and
line
he's
of the
just
letter
lazy.
and turn my attention to
Yeah.
the signatures at the bottom. Who
I
issued
mean, it'll
this
be a little
commission to
bit
us?
harder,
You
I
see
think.
a long string of unfamiliar
I mean, it'll be
names.
easier.
It would seem that many
Well, you
of the
got shopping
residents of
tomorrow,
the
don't
city
ya?
issued
Yeah,
this
I got
commission
shopping.
together. They sensed that
Should
things were
if I
not
get
right
this new
within
job,
the kingdom,
I'll be
and
working
sent a
4
distress
days still,
signal
but
to
it'll
the
be day
outside
shifts.
world.
So when I've got my days off, I'll be up
In
early.
that case, why don't we take a walk around the city
Hopefully.
and see if we can learn anything from the local residents?
Oh, good
Yeah, but
idea.
that
We might
makes
be
it
able to get some
harder.
leads on the monsters
I
and bad guys we're
don't normally
after.
get to hang with you in the morning.
That's what I
You
mean.
look up
I'll be awake
and see a
more
tavern
days.
nearby. It appears to be open for the day.
Why don't we go check out that tavern? If the novels I've
Depends
read
what
are
time you
anything
start,
to
what
go
time you
by,
go to bed too.
taverns are usually
I will be
full of
if I get this
information.
job, I'll be starting about I think it's 8 and I'll finish at 6. We're actually just in Mondstadt. Can we run into Venti? Just because I want to run into Venti.
As you approach the tavern, you find a plainly dressed woman standing nearby. She
Venti
appears
should
to
be in the new
rather
Archon
troubled about
quest.
something.
What's that?
The next update is gonna be in Mondstadt.
Greetings, friend.
Did you have you not
Lovely
seen
weather
any
we're
of the
having today,
spoilers or
don't you
anything,
think?
or the
Well, what about the rest of that
Oh,
land?
hello.
I haven't watched none of that
I
yet.
suppose you're
Nah.
right.
I mean, what?
The weather today is quite lovely. If
Now we're
only those
going back to
monsters out there would
Mondstadt
stop causing trouble.
for I think the
It seems
main
like every
focus will be
character
on
included in the
Albedo.
script has a certain amount of useful information to offer.
Well, I said the next
If
one's
we
probably
keep
going to be a
asking
Mondstadt update.
questions, we might
Oh
not
no,
get some good
it was
leads.
confirmed. We
Oh,
are going back to
come now,
Mondstadt
don't
for an
be
update.
sad. Life is all about
But
optimism.
they're going to finish off Nightland so
Oh,
you can finish doing
that
like the
reminds me.
tablet and
What did you have
the
for
the
breakfast
rest
this
of the
They
morning?
will.
binoculars.
It's just
Huh?
I think they need maybe
I
they wanted
don't
to
think
work on
that's the
this
kind
and they'll
of
finish
question we're
this.
supposed to ask.
Nothing turns a frown
Just
upside
don't make
down
it
like
look
good food.
like I
How
said.
about some macarons?
Yeah.
I could make
But
you
they will
some.
finish Natland. You don't need to worry
even
about
take
that.
cooking as one of your skill proficiencies.
But I hated just sitting
That's
there
not
with
necessary, miss.
I
Excuse me for
just
saying
want
this, but you
100%
don't
and
really
be
look
done
like
with
a
it
chef.
already.
Besides,
Bad
I'm not
enough
really
I
a
gotta do
fan
the
of
local
sweets.
legend still.
So
but
you're someone
anyway.
who barely smiles and doesn't like
I'm
sweets.
trying to get all the accommodations for them.
You're really starting to remind me of this one friend of mine. Hey, did she just...
They're probably hanging off in that link because the next update's going to be Captiano.
Clorinde must have broke character for a second.
Will be back.
Yeah.
This isn't getting us anywhere. Traveler, maybe you
I
can
don't
think
they'll
of
probably
something.
still be working on the Natland stuff. They may just be taking a break with this Mondstadt
Right.
quest. Gee.
Are you sure?
Pat.
In that case, please refer to the fatometer.
Pulls you.
We failed
Look, he
to
hasn't
check.
checked the message, man. He can't even come say hi on your stream.
You remain silent
Oh, so
He's
as
in
you prepare
college.
pot and fire to use for cooking.
Being a chef,
The
Jacob
woman
replied
stares at
with,
you
yeah,
with her
I
mouth
see
agape as
him
you
as a
skillfully
chef, so
cut
I
the
guess
ingredients
you
and toss
give
them
off
into
a
the
chef
pot.
signs.
Perhaps your
Bruh.
skills have regressed due to
I'm
lack
not a
of use.
chef.
But soon, the unpleasant smell of something burnt fills the air.
I'm a 3-star Michelin chef. Get it
Oh
right.
no. I screwed it up.
It's all black around the edges.
If I was ever to go
I
work
appreciate the thought,
under a big
but
top-notch
I
chef,
think I'll pass.
it'd have to be Gordon Ramsay.
Miss, we'd love to learn
I
more
would
about
love
the
to be
monsters you
Gordon.
mentioned. If you're willing to open up to us,
Because
we
he's
might
exactly
just
like
be
me.
able to help resolve the
Doesn't give
troubles you're
2
facing.
fucks and just say what's on his mind.
Yeah. I love how he is.
Yep.
You weren't even the one that learned persuasion.
My troubles, you say? I'm not sure they're so easily resolved,
Furina, honey.
but I suppose it wouldn't hurt to share them with you. A horde of monsters suddenly appeared near the capital recently,
At least I
so
can
all
say
the
she can
guards were
melt my
dispatched to
hands.
fight them.
Because she
Yeah.
from
Jeez.
Do you remember when
Dark
those monsters
much?
appeared?
Hey, what?
I'm not completely sure. All I know is that my husband was dispatched to fight them 3 days ago.
Do you know
Shut
where
up,
he
lady.
was sent?
No one likes you.
It all happened
Farina's
so
little
fast.
character
When we said our goodbyes,
is so
he
cute.
couldn't even tell me
Love
where they
it.
were sending him.
You have our thanks, friend.
Can we get these
We'll
as
find and
outfits?
defeat those monsters as soon as possible. We sincerely
Would be
hope your husband will
amazing.
be able to return to your side
Oh, we
soon.
can with a new Mondstadt update coming.
Thank you.
Don't worry.
Oh, no.
We'll find him. Just try to remain optimistic and wait for
We won't
good
get
news.
these as
Right.
outfits.
We don't always get to
I reckon
choose
I'll
what
do like
happens to
5,
us.
6
But
storyline
we do
quests
get to
left
choose
go.
the little things, like what we eat and
I'm
how we
on-
respond to the things life
I
throws
think
our way.
this is my 4th
I
one.
hope
I've got
that
3
one
left
day
after
you
this
too
one.
will recognize the power of something as small and inconsequential as a
Owie.
delicious dessert.
I
Meowie?
I'll do my
I think I
best.
got something in the back of
You
my
bid
throat.
farewell to the
You
woman
choking on it.
and continue your journey
There's nothing
further
there.
into the city.
Your tonsils.
No, like something stuck.
Your throat.
My
Saliva.
throat is
As you
stuck.
venture further into the city, the streets appear largely
The
empty.
revenge of the nuggy.
An
that got
elderly
stuck.
woman walks past.
I haven't had
You
no
see her
use.
shake her head as she puts away her wrinkled wallet. A nearby merchant folds his arms
Damn, look at that
and
honey
gives you a
walking towards you.
disdainful look. You get the impression that he's someone who has long gotten used to the sight before him.
I'm talking about the granny, not him.
I don't know where she went.
She's behind you.
Oh.
Although he doesn't
behind
seem
you.
very friendly,
She's coming
merchants
towards
are
me.
usually a good source of
Yeah,
information,
she's coming
right?
for you.
Pardon me, sir.
Oh,
I'd
she
like to
takes
ask
the
a
falsies
question,
out,
if I
we're all
may.
good.
That depends. How much are you willing to pay?
How about this much?
I didn't say that.
What do you take me for? Some
What's
lowly
that?
beggar? You can't even buy half an onion
Hey,
with that
Lyney.
amount.
How about this much?
Surely an onion can't be that
What do
expensive.
you take me for? Some lonely,
What do you know?
lonely beggar?
War's nearly upon us.
Bruh,
Everything costs several times
surely
what it
an
did before.
onion can
If
spit
you're
up
not gonna
a
buy
cracker?
anything, then scram.
Oh, what a nasty guy.
Maybe electric.
Maybe we shouldn't even bother talking to him.
But he
Oh,
still might have
dang.
information we need. Traveler, can you think of something? Sir, we came to this city to solve the very problem you seem to be referring to. The war you mentioned. Would it happen to be against the monsters outside the city? If you happen to be well informed and know a thing or two about what's going on, we'd appreciate it if you could share that information with us. After all, the sooner this problem gets resolved,
Need me
the
iced
easier
coffee,
it will
that's
be for you to do your
Nice
business.
coffee.
Yeah, nice coffee.
E.
Well, things are basically as you said, young lady.
You should have went the other one.
Monsters are camped
would've
outside
got
the
more.
city, and they've been destroying all our trade routes. We have limited reserves within the city, so if this continues, we're all gonna be in big trouble.
Wait, you're saying no one has put a plan in place to distribute supplies or maintain order?
Oh,
We could
shut
all
up,
starve, and
doggos.
those nobles in the palace
Bark,
wouldn't even
bark,
break
bark.
a sweat.
Bark, bark.
Who knows?
Bottom.
Maybe they've been in cahoots with the monsters all along.
Fucking
Bark.
bottom.
That is concerning.
No bark, bro.
All right,
Bark,
all right.
bark.
That's all the information you need, right?
Yum,
Cliff.
yum, yum.
Off with you now. I've still got business to do.
You know,
Mm.
if you smiled
Don't
a
do
little
it
more,
like
you'd
that, for
definitely get
fuck's
more
sake.
business. And I bet that would make your life just a little bit sweeter.
No,
What?
I'm not
You
saying
like
it's
it?
guaranteed
It's
to
funny.
It's just a tip.
no, not funny.
But you're really fun. Yeah.
Should we try to go
Ah.
somewhere with more people?
Okay, Keys, settle down.
How about the city square? Follow me.
We're going on a trip in our favorite rocket. Oh my god, that's weird. Oh, that's really weird. I don't like that. The waterfall's gone. That's weird.
Before you lies the city's
The
central
Fatui
square.
finally stole it.
You see a man with a slightly anxious look on his face, pacing back
Oh my god,
and
imagine
forth.
if you go up and that
His
big
head
statue
hanging
of
low.
Veti's not there.
That'd be
doesn't
so
seem to notice your
weird. I don't know if you
approach.
can get up there though.
Still immersed in his own thoughts, he shakes his head and lets out a long sigh.
This guy seems promising enough. Maybe I can get some information out of him. Hello, sir. Is there anything I can do to help you?
Wait, you're...
I'm...
Oh, dear goodness! You're a Marashose hunter!
You recognize us? Ah, are you one of the people who wrote the commission letter?
Yes, yes! Oh, I didn't expect you to actually come. Oh, what great news! The city is saved!
What happened here?
Alas, we once lived comfortable, carefree lives. This city used to be free of monsters. The first Marashose hunter, Casiodor, the Golden Hunter, he was the one who drove them back. However, monsters have once again surrounded the city. Perhaps the seal that kept them at bay has lost its power. Or perhaps an evil sorcerer has been meddling in our affairs. All I know for sure is that their return has stripped this city of any chance at peace.
Are there not enough soldiers to drive them out?
It's not a question of numbers. The guards simply have no idea how to deal with them. Most people my age have never even seen one of the monsters, much less been trained to fight against them. What's worse, many of us don't even know the history of the Marashose hunters anymore. When I was a child, though, my grandfather would tell me stories about how the Marashose hunters drove back the monsters. So, on the off chance that something might come of it, I decided to reach out to you. To be perfectly honest, I was starting to think all those stories were just tall tales. But now that I've seen you in person, I finally know that it was true!
Well, you can rest easy, friend. The righteous and formidable Marashose hunters are on the case.
The man is touched by your determination and resolve. His eyes begin to well with tears of relief.
Still, if we are going to hunt the monsters, we need to know
you
where
back?
to find them. Can you give us any leads?
He's so big.
All I know is that the area outside the city is dangerous. I'm afraid I can't point you toward a specific location. Oh, although, if you leave the capital through the main gate and follow the road, you should run into a group of guards. They might know more about where to find the monsters.
I was wondering what you were on
see.
about.
We'll go look for them then.
I made a new one!
All right.
I made
Be
it
careful.
better!
Oh, and one last thing.
I
The
don't have a
monsters outside
mohawk.
the city are just part of the
I'm sorry,
problem.
but I
There are
ordered
sorcerers
and then I was
inside
like,
the
I don't
city
like
as
it,
well.
so I just did normal
So be
hair,
on
but
your
I will
guard.
do a mohawk one.
They're actively working with the monsters, and have corrupted the court ministers with malicious magic.
I forgot.
They're the reason why, even inside the city, everything has been a giant mess. Even one of our kindest ministers has turned into a boorish and unreasonable figure, interested in nothing but enacting laws that exploit the people. Who knows how much longer we'll be able to go on like this?
Talk about being stuck between a rock and a hard place.
Been
I
stuck
feel
and
bad
posted
for
on
him.
Grad.
Maybe
Everyone
we
knows
should
who you
try
are.
to cheer him up?
La Papa.
Like, now? Is this really the right time?
I appreciate your
I should
kindness,
change my
but
Twitch
for
name
now,
to
it's more
Daddy so that
important
way
to
everyone
focus on the
starts
crisis at
calling me
hand.
Daddy.
Brave hunters,
Wait,
I
what?
leave the future of this kingdom to you.
I changed my Twitch name to Daddy, that way everyone starts calling me Daddy.
Daddy.
No.
If I understood correctly,
Maybe
there are currently
not.
2 problems in the
Especially
kingdom that
people
need
who
solving,
don't
right?
do it like
Instant regret.
Exactly. We need to defeat the monsters
Instant
outside the
regret.
city and take down the evil sorcerer
But
stirring
you
up
call me
trouble
Papa,
from
you're not
within.
allowed to call me Daddy.
You're my papa.
Which problem should we tackle first?
Exactly.
Well,
Don't say that
this
word.
seems like a good moment for a break. Take some time and discuss what you want to do. Let me know when you've made your decision.
I really didn't expect the people in the city to keep us at arm's length like that. I totally thought the hunters would be treated like heroes.
Well, Clorinde said the script took cues from the real history of Fontaine, right? Maybe the real-life Marashose hunters were also treated like that.
I wouldn't say it's a perfect representation of history, but there are definitely some similarities. Would you like to hear more about it?
Sure. As long as it doesn't spoil anything in the script. You brought up bits and pieces of the hunter's history before, but it was all in passing.
Paimon wants to know too! The hunters were super powerful, right? Were they all from a special line of supernatural beings or something? Kind of like the yokai in Inazuma?
No. All Marashose hunters were ordinary mortal fighters. The only thing that set them apart were the special sword techniques passed down over the centuries.
Huh? So you mean anyone could become a Marashose hunter?
In theory, yes. All you would need to do is survive the rigorous training and master the swordsmanship techniques required to fight the monsters. Still, most people dropped out at the early stages, and others called it quits the minute they saw a monster in person. To become a hunter, you must be strong in both body and mind.
What kind of monsters did the hunters fight exactly? Oh, and the evil sorcerer the script mentions. Did they exist in real life too?
The land of Fontaine once played host to an ancient dynasty known as Remuria.
That's great.
After that dynasty fell, monsters began to appear,
Told you
intent
to
on
go
obstructing humans from establishing a new social order. One of the ancient sorcerers of Remuria used his power to assemble a formidable army of golems.
This is pretty much me.
He sought to use that force to establish himself as king.
So what did you
Now wait a second. Don't tell me that guy was the inspiration for the evil sorcerer in the script. We still haven't found any in-game information on him yet. So, why don't you talk about someone else for now?
Well, I wasn't planning on going into anything you might be able to find out in the game. But if you want me to talk about something else, then... How about Casiodor, the Golden Hunter? Or Egeria, the ex-Hydro Archon?
Wait, but those people are all from a super long time ago. Where did you learn all this, Clorinde?
From my master.
My master?
Sorry,
You mean Miss Petronia?
So,
Someone you know?
yeah, I don't know how, but
Miss Petronia and
Dad
my
got
father
ring
were
the
good
bell.
friends. Back in the day, she would
cancer-free.
often bring Clorinde
Really?
over to play, but then...
Yeah, after having
Let's
chemo.
not get off topic.
Right,
Anyway, back to what I was saying.
it pisses me
Responding to
off,
Egeria's
right?
call, a number of
How
warriors
can a
followed
doctor
Casiodor into
justify
battle
giving him
against the
2 to 3
monsters.
months to live?
This
And
group
then-
of warriors, under
Saying,
Casiodor's
you know,
leadership,
you're on your
became known as
deathbed,
the
mate, sort of
Marachose
thing.
Hunters.
To
Yet,
him being
as
cancer-free.
Fontaine entered
Like,
an
that
era
puts
of peace,
that into everyone's
their
heads.
work gradually
This is
became obsolete.
bad. This is going to end
The
badly.
Marachose Phantom, originally an
Like,
association made up
they
of
said it was
hunters,
a rapid spread chance and there's
eventually
nothing they
came to
could
be
do.
predominantly comprised of Melusines.
Yeah.
Ah,
But yeah,
I see.
chemo all
That
of a sudden
explains why
let it go
most of the
bye-bye.
people in the script have forgotten
Yeah,
the
I'm not holding
hunters
my
or
breath.
think of them as nothing
Yeah.
more than a legend.
It can still come
Is
back.
that really a bad thing, though?
And where it is.
It can
and
get
it is a
tough
rapid
always
spread.
being the one shouldering everyone's expectations.
Just because it doesn't show up doesn't mean it's not there.
Depends on who you ask, I
There
suppose.
still could be traces of it,
If
which
the
could
name of the organization
blow
no
up
longer
again.
commands respect, investigative work is
It
bound
could
to
have spread
suffer.
throughout his body somewhere else.
Speaking of investigations,
Yeah.
which
Which
problem
is
should we
sad,
tackle
but it's
first?
just the reality of
Monsters
things.
or evil sorcerer?
I vote
Well,
monsters.
Put it this way,
That's
everyone
the
I've
main
known,
duty of the
family,
hunters, right?
friends, or whatever,
We
but
can come
have
back to
had
the
it.
sorcerer later.
They're all gone.
Well said, Miss Furina.
Yeah.
The sad reality
Plus, if the
is there is
sorcerers really
literally
are
no
the
cure for it.
masterminds
There is
behind
no
this
way
whole
of getting
thing,
rid of it.
defeating the monsters could give us some clues on their
And
intentions
there
as
probably
well.
won't be for another 500 to
What
600
about you,
years, like
partner?
the sad truth.
What do you think?
Yeah. All of this, the research, it's getting there, but it's really slow, and we don't know when we'll actually get any proper results.
Mm. Oh, they still haven't got a cure for dumbness. That's why we're still stuffed.
I mean, you're not wrong. But those characters are usually the ones pulling the strings behind the scenes. More often than not, they're very formidable opponents. Going after them now might be jumping the gun a little bit. We don't want a total party kill on the first day, right? With Clorinde as the
Can
GM,
anyone
I
give me
wouldn't rule out the
any
possibility.
recommendations, Adelaide, for boob reductions and lift, please?
Then it's settled. Let's go
Imagine
hunt
putting that
some
on
monsters.
social media, man. Why don't
All
you
right.
just
After
ask
this
Google
discussion, you decide to turn
Adelaide,
around and head
like-
out of the city.
That's what Google's for, man. You don't have to play on Facebook. People don't want to know that you got big tits and you want to reduct them and have a boob lift. Like, damn.
Yeah. It's just something you keep to yourself.
Let's take a look around. Like
My
the
main
guy
question: how big are they?
God dang it! You're a boob man.
Outsiders, halt!
Are they more than a handful or less than a handful?
An
Can I see
armored
it?
man
Can I
approaches you.
fit in the palm of my
He has a
hand?
tall, muscular build and a
Because I
determined
feel,
expression
I
in
want to
his
see how big they
eyes.
are.
Just one look, and you can tell he's fought in his
Ah.
fair share of battles. Although he's trying his best
Please.
to conceal his current state, his
There's a type
uneven
of thing I
gait
would say
and
to
the
her, 'cause I
sweat
actually know who
dripping
she
down his
is.
forehead make it obvious
But
that
I
he's
don't
been
think her
wounded
boyfriend would
That
and
like
is in
doesn't
that.
serious
surprise me in the
pain.
slightest.
I'm the captain of the guard. I saw you sneaking around the city earlier, so I'll only ask this once.
Oh, fuck's
State your
sake.
purpose, or it's off to the dungeons for the lot of you.
Wow, it's been a while since someone's been
I
this
should
suspicious
Brandon
of us.
there. Do you know
I
any
said talk, not
recommendations to
whisper
get
between
the
yourselves.
get my cock?
Have you ever heard of the Marchese
what do you call it?
Hunters?
Mara Chaussee
I wish I would.
Hunters?
I'm gonna go back now. I
That
can't
fairy
believe
tale,
it.
you mean? What, do you expect me to believe you're one of them?
Deduction. Throw the same fucking question back from a male point of view. As it's too big. Oh no. Lilo and Stitch popcorn collector's tin has. Oh my god. I want one.
I can't wait.
I want to get the popcorn tin.
A
They better have them
critical
here.
failure.
I'm gonna be pissed.
Unlucky timing.
I'm just gonna go there
The
just to
captain
get
of the
fucking
guards
2 tins and
reluctantly
that's it, and
allows
I'm
you to
gonna leave.
assess his condition.
Because I'd rather watch
Right
things
as
like
you're
that at
trying
home.
to get a closer look at his leg, your hand slips
Yeah, the movie.
and collides against his wound with great force.
That sounds like it hurt.
I'm sorry. My skills are a little rusty.
The captain recoils and takes a half step back. He stares down at you, panting heavily, his eyes full of anger. Ugh. I don't care what you have to say or why you're here. You are not welcome in this city.
I was back and
Get
always
out
in the
of my
back of a
sight,
cop car.
now!
Let's see.
I understand that you're upset, sir.
Was black
We'll
and
leave
always
soon,
in the
I
back of a
promise.
cop car.
It's just, if we don't know where to find the monsters, we won't even know where to go.
I don't know.
The seat.
Don't tell me you're actually considering
that is
finding
gonna-
one of those things.
Yeah, I
You know,
thought that,
for
but
any
then I
other
was like,
group of young
wait,
people in your
what if
place
I'm wrong?
might have tried to
Seatbelt
stop
or
them.
something
But
stupid.
since you're the ones asking, he informs you of the locations of the monsters
see,
with a disdainful
People
tone,
could take that the wrong
as if
way
he's
and say
certain
something
you have
else.
no chance of
Yeah.
making it out alive.
That was scary.
Well, there you go. This is probably
I was worried
explains
that
more.
critical failure
Explains
meant
why
we
I'm
weren't gonna
fat.
learn anything.
It's all
Alright, so
thanks to
sex is
Clorinde's
my
quick
cardio,
thinking.
which probably explains why I'm
Are
fat.
you leaving or not?
We're leaving. We're leaving.
It's true. It's scientifically proven
Yeah.
that it is a good
You
cardio,
sound like
and
the
it does
captain
help
said
you
the
lose
monsters
weight.
should be right up ahead.
It's also
Let's
good
go.
for
Hopefully we're not too
headaches. Relieves headaches and stuff like that. But anyway, let's just move on. Food, what's this?
As you approach the battlefield, you see numerous people lying by the side of the road. They appear to be dressed like guards.
Trying to save
Their
them
faces
carrot
are filled
shields?
with
No,
desperation
I don't have
and
carrot
terror.
shields. Go away,
Some are
Electron!
screaming and cursing in vain, as
Doesn't
if still
message
trying
this.
to banish the monstrosities they saw
I can
from their
make
minds.
out the UFO said clip. I'm gonna try to fuck off and do your schoolwork.
A few of the wounded look up at you in shock and disbelief. Quick, leave this place. Turn around and don't look back, they yell.
Oh my god.
Oh no.
Oh, bro. You should do this to your milk. Draw an angry face on your milk and tell your mum that the milk's gone bad, so when she goes to have a look, it's literally got an angry face on it. That's a badass milk.
Nice.
I'm gonna do that on my milk and be like, hey mum, the milk's gone bad. I've got no schoolwork to do at the moment, I'm
This
just
is the place
sat
you
here.
mentioned, right?
That's nice.
You see broken iron swords scattered all around you, and downed trees riddled with terrifying claw marks. All the signs point to one thing. A truly
That's nice, I'm doing
devastating
nothing
battle
too.
just took place here.
Be on your guard, everyone. The monsters might still be around.
Before you can finish your
Fucking
sentence,
legend in
you
the
hear
phone.
rustling sounds from the surrounding bushes. The monsters have emerged. They close in on you without fear. You get the impression that, in their bloodthirsty eyes, you're just another meal for them to devour.
When they emerge from
This thing wants to eat my
Uranus.
Your battle round begins now.
I've been making bad choices with these cards. Okay, cool.
Oh, do you need help with it?
No, that's fine. I'm just not good at picking lucky numbers.
So you got away with it. Huh.
Now
It's
the
like
next
laughing
battle
my ass
round
off.
begins
That's fine.
now.
Shout at that chicken. None of the fuckers even came anyway. If you probably.
Here comes the finale.
Here comes the finale.
I could one tap that guy.
I can with my normal team.
And voila!
I can do more damage with my normal team.
The monsters let out a terrifying
kill
roar of
quicker with my
anger
team.
and resentment before dissipating
Oh.
into thin
Last time I checked, I hit
Thank goodness it's over.
405k.
We're lucky the
Nice.
Marashose Hunter class came with all those preset skill points. Otherwise, we would have been in some real trouble.
I
And
never
it's
knew
still
the
grown.
phytometer even determines the amount of damage you inflict. If you get unlucky, isn't it just game over right then and there?
That's part of the fun. The uncertainty of fate is what gives these games their appeal.
Just as you begin to celebrate your victory, a suspicious lump on the ground catches your attention.
A suspicious lump.
Suspicious lump. Wait, could it be the thing that appears after every battle?
I walk up to it, crouch down, and begin to carefully examine it. I've still got my right glove on, so it should be fine for me to touch it, right?
As you investigate the mound, you discover that the exposed portion appears to be made of wood. It was previously obscured by the large form of the monsters.
Like a
With the
chest.
monsters gone, the small protrusion now awaits your discovery, poking out of the ground like a shy flower bud.
Whoa, it's a treasure chest!
Treasure chest. Treasure chest. Treasure.
Hmm.
With everyone's help, you successfully excavate the wooden chest from the
Silly
ground,
witch, you wakes up in the
even
morning.
without opening it.
Good morning.
You can
I don't
tell
think
from
my
the mora
beauty's
and
like
jewels scattered
this
around the
fucking
chest
way.
that it must contain quite the
Where?
fortune.
Makes sense. We worked hard for this. Let's open it and we can share what's inside.
I can understand your excitement, Paimon, but think about it. Doesn't it seem like there are people out there who need this treasure more than us?
Yeah. Think about all the people suffering in the capital. Or all those guards who got
Am I
hurt fighting
right?
the
Am I right?
monsters.
Is that you when you wake up in the
Wouldn't it
morning?
be better if we gave the treasure to them?
Wait, is that how it works? I thought since we were the ones to dig it
Dead
up,
when I
we
wake
could
up.
just take it for ourselves.
Well, let's put it this way. Any decision you make during a role-playing game can impact the future course of the story.
But would the people really believe us? It's hard enough for us to prove we're Marashose hunters. What if they think we procured the treasure illegally? They might get even more suspicious of us.
I don't want to say Daddy hates
That's definitely something we should consider. Maybe we can come up with an explanation in advance.
Well, if donating it could cause that much trouble, why don't we use it to buy some gear and fill up on good food? Then we'll be ready to fight even more bad guys.
Looks like you're facing a difficult choice once again. Well, it's getting late. Why don't we call it a day for now?
Love how
Wow.
the tea is still hot.
Where did the time go?
I want a cup of tea.
I'm
go
not
for
sure
cup
if
of
it's
tea.
because I'm having so much fun with you all, or because the story is
Don't tempt me, I'll
particularly
go make a
enticing.
cup of tea.
But I feel like I could almost
That's
keep
12
going.
o'clock in the morning.
Here, here. Ooh, how about we
Take
play
a cup
through
of
the
tea.
night?
Yeah, but that's over there.
I'm
Not here, I
not
can't
sure
actually
I'll
drink
have
it.
enough energy for that.
Okay,
I'll
Yeah,
send
that
it
won't work
to
for me
you.
either.
It'll get there in
Lynette
a
will
month.
give me an earful if I get home too late.
There'd literally be no
I understand
fucking
how you
tea
feel,
left
Navia,
in it.
but we have to change
Just
wanna
venues for the
go
next
on.
part of the story anyway.
Huh? Another location?
Mm-hmm.
You know what? Don't make me
There's
ring
a
up
special note for the
Macca's
GM at the
here
end of
and
this
pay
section
for a
that
cup of
says
tea
to
and get it
proceed to
delivered
an
to you.
indoor set for the next part of the script.
Because I bloody will.
Whoa.
I know you
Pulled
will.
out all the stops for this new script.
Well, even if we end the game for the day, we can still stay a little longer and hear Clorinde finish her story, right? Paimon wants to hear more about the history
Now
of the
that I know you
hunters.
didn't give me a phony address.
Something tells me you
I'm
just
going
want
to
finish
move,
the
so you don't
free
have my
desserts
address
before we break for the
anymore.
day.
You'd still give it to me.
I'd probably still give it to you.
Not finishing free food feels even worse than having
It's
to
all
buy
worth
our
it for the
own.
flowers, alright?
And anyway,
Yeah.
Paimon really does want to hear more about Clorinde's master.
Well,
Someone just got home. Give me a moment.
To be honest, I'd done it just to be an arsehole. She said no one ever gets you anything on Valentine's Day. So that's why I did it. To show that we love and care for you. I brought me mum flowers on Valentine's Day before. People are like, yeah, you don't buy your mum flowers. Well, she doesn't actually have a Valentine's Day. You know, someone to give her flowers, so it's just nice to do it out of kindness. I once brought a rose and I brought a bunch of roses and this lady said they look beautiful and I gave her one on Valentine's Day. No, I didn't ask her if she could take her photos out later. I was polite and walked away. Sammy ran away. Oh my gosh, she left me. How rude. I'm talking to myself. Like, damn. Rude. See that? Work. Everybody work. Hello, chat. Welcome back to Aussie's Corner. Today we are going to talk about pizza. Does pineapple belong on pizza? Let me hear your verdict. Right, one in chat if pineapple belongs on pizza, but two in chat if it does not.
I did not, in fact, run away. I told you I had to go for a moment.
I didn't hear, alright?
Yeah, I
was
heard
just
every
talking
word
to
you
the
said.
chat.
Ah, yes.
So, what do you vote, one or two?
It's nothing. I appreciate the
Wonder-
concern, but it's all in the past.
Well, you
It
didn't
won't
hear
do any
every
harm
word
to
I
share
said,
these
did
things
you?
now.
I was listening, but I was also talking to my mom.
Chat, does pineapple belong on pizza? One if it does and two if it don't.
Pineapple
My earliest
does
memories are of
not
living with
belong
Master.
on pizza.
According to her, she
Good.
saved me from
Deep
certain
fried
people
pineapple
of ill
fritters are
repute.
alright, yes.
My
Not on
birth
pizza,
parents
no.
had left me behind some time before that.
Fruit salad, yes.
What a heavy beginning for a life story.
What
was
is
a
you getting to move
fascinating
your head and I
individual.
can't shake my head? That's just not
If
fair. I'm
inexperienced
shaking
in
my
the ways
head
of raising
now,
children.
and it's not
My
working.
first ever toy was a short sword. Although I suppose it wasn't so much
All
a
I
toy
do
as
is move
something
up and down,
Master
up and down.
removed from her waist
Boing,
and
boing,
handed to a
boing,
noisy
boing.
child in need of distraction.
Oh wait, so she handed an actual sword to a child? Isn't that dangerous? Did you hurt yourself?
Of course I did. I cut my palm and bled quite a lot. But
But
Master was not concerned. She just stood there and casually lectured me about it. See, that's what you get for not holding the sword properly, she told me. She then crouched down next to me and said, "Give me your hand. I'll teach you to bandage this wound. After that, it's time to learn how to truly hold a blade."
Excuse me for asking this,
Did you
Clorinde,
tell your
but
mama said hi?
how old were you exactly when all this happened?
You didn't, did you?
Probably around,
Yeah, I said it was
3, give or take.
streaming. I said hi.
3? Isn't that when
I
most
didn't think
kids
I
are
said
still
hi to
struggling
her.
to hold a fork?
But
As
you
I
never
said,
said to
Master
your mum,
was
hey, I just said
rather
hi.
inexperienced in the ways of raising children.
No.
She believed trial
No,
and
you
error
didn't
was
say
the best
fine.
way to teach a child what
You
they're
know
capable
what?
of.
Fine, I'll just message
I'm
her and
not
be
so
like,
sure this is a
hi.
question of experience.
Yeah.
I didn't see anything wrong with her ways at the time. And anyway, children don't get to choose how they're raised. Oh, she did bring me back a pet from Liyue once.
I'll be
It was a
like,
Geovishap hatchling.
A geovishap hatchling?
hi,
For a pet? That makes it even more dangerous.
forgot to
What she said was
tell.
this: make sure to get along, you two. If you really can't agree on something, just settle it with a fight. Whoever loses is the real pet.
Yeah, done.
And
I messaged
how
your mum,
old were
hi.
you when this happened?
Damn.
5.
The church is gone.
Well,
I need to get a
did you
toilet.
win?
I've been
No,
needing to
I
get a
lost.
toilet last
There
hour.
you go.
So you're saying you actually
I'm
became the
comfortable.
geovishap's pet?
Who's writing my
Yes,
fucking general in my
but only
chat?
for a week. By the end of that week, I defeated it in combat, and we've shared a
Why
cordial
are you doing
relationship
me
ever
out in
since.
my damn chat?
That
I
really
can.
doesn't
I'll
sound like
see
the
that
kind
in
of
the-
childhood someone should have.
Later on, I gradually
know, I'll
understood
be
that
like this
Master
and I'll
most
be like,
likely didn't know any other way to raise a child.
No.
She was a Marashosei hunter, but I never heard her bring up
Yeah.
her own parents. Thanks to her, I learned how to navigate the forest by the age of 6, and could hunt monsters in the wild by myself the year after that. Even
I
though the
didn't say that, I
training she
said
subjected
ew.
me to was strict, she always made sure to take me traveling when she had the time. We met many of her friends during those days.
You remember
That was
right,
also how I
but
met Mr. Callis
hey,
and his
double
family.
waves. XX, whatever the fuck.
I
What's
still
XX?
remember the first time we met.
XX.
You were too scared to join
Yeah,
our
what's
picnic
XX?
and hid behind
is-
Ms. Petronia the whole time.
No, yuck. I'm
I
out.
still hadn't really met many children my age at that time,
It's
I
a
don't
thing
so
we
know,
I
do.
didn't know how to interact with others.
We all
After
do it.
that, though, you started coming over a lot. You loved challenging people to shooting competitions, remember? I don't think many members of the Spina ever beat you in one of those.
I had a lot of fun during those days.
She's dead till I should be asleep.
I enjoyed them
She tell me
too.
off.
Oh,
I'll tell you off. You
do
should
you
be
remember
asleep.
that one time we went exploring around the
No,
Spina
not yet.
together? We overheard Papa call your master Fontaine's Protector of Justice. We tried to pretend like we never heard anything, but you nearly let it slip that one time.
As long as I average 6 to 7 hours sleep, I'm fine. Anything more, anything less, I feel like shit.
Protector of Justice?
Yeah.
Oh, wait, you mean that vigilante
But,
hero from 20 years ago? The one who is always active at
Sunday
night?
morning, I am gonna have a
Yep,
sleep. because
that
of
would be her.
So, I probably
She
will
often would
sleep
put on a
until
black
about
cloak and go
lunchtime.
out at night. I never knew where she went or what she was doing. Until, like Navia
It's a
said,
body.
we overheard the truth from Mr. Callis that night.
20 years ago, huh? I still remember the guards leaving all kinds of witness reports about her on Nervalette's desk.
Plus, I've been going to bed this fucking
My
8 o'clock,
apologies.
7 o'clock.
Oh,
Well,
there's no need to
One night I went to
apologize.
bed without even
You
having
had nothing
dinner.
to do with it. And anyway, everything she did was for a good cause.
Time I had a warm shower,
Although,
smoke.
calling herself the
Took me a lunch coffee,
protector
I
of
laid down in my
order
bed, and I
was a
was
bit
out to
much.
it.
Especially when she deliberately operated outside the law.
Huh? When did the Protector
Fucking
of
shoot
Justice
the
become
dog.
the Protector of Order?
Oh, she had a bunch of code names. I I heard she would
There you
just
go.
come up with a name on the spot whenever she was asked. Later on, she probably
Wait,
got
so
sick of answering
you
those
said you had
questions
another
and
remote.
decided
What
to stick to just
is
two.
it? The cry
The
one?
protector of justice
And that's the
and
sad
the
one, wasn't it?
protector of
Yeah.
order.
That sounds like her, all right. I bet she forgot
I
which of the
don't
two she'd
think
use
I
up by the
put it
time she got
anywhere
back
yet.
each night.
Well,
No,
she
no,
certainly sounds like
I need
a
a huggy, mate.
fascinating individual. With her strong sense of
Grabby hand.
justice, it's
I
no
definitely
surprise
want
her
to get an
student followed
animated
in her
grabby hand
footsteps.
one.
It's true.
Yeah.
I always wanted to become
I'm
like
not
her.
sure how to do that one.
Someone powerful, independent, and with a strong sense of
Yeah, I
conviction.
don't have it on my PC, so I can't even show you.
But-
If not completely finished it then, probably.
Well, I know someone who
She
can do
suddenly
animated.
disappeared the night I turned 10 years old.
Disappeared?
And with the emotes you've done, you can use them literally as a
I
fucking
have no idea.
Reference.
diagram.
She didn't even leave a
yeah,
note.
reference.
E.
I was never able to find out where she went.
I hope you know I'm paying
That
you for the
night,
emotes.
I was celebrating my birthday
No,
at
no,
Navia's
no.
house.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
Master never
yeah,
came
I'm
to pick me
paying
up. When I returned home on my own, it was to
Still
an empty
have
house.
so many to do.
When she still didn't appear after a few days,
What,
I
5?
went to Mr. Callus's house to
Oh,
ask about her
I've done
whereabouts.
one.
But he only
5.
shook his head.
Oh, you're 5,
Papa
you're
probably
5.
didn't know either. I know he sent a few
Then
people
you
to
got
investigate
bits.
the matter in secret,
But
but
yeah, I'll
they
be
never
paying
found
you.
any credible leads.
With my love and
Don't
attention.
worry, I understand.
That's
Yes,
all you'd
me.
accept.
To be
All
perfectly
the
honest,
attention.
given Master's personality and way of doing things,
I'll try to give you as
it
much
all
as I
made a lot
can.
of sense. If I had to guess, I'd say she probably used it as an opportunity to force me to become independent. Just like how, when a litter of kittens reaches a certain age, the mother willingly leaves them behind.
Were you upset, Clorinde?
I saw photos the other day too.
Photos.
I was at first,
Yeah?
but not anymore.
From your bee?
I don't believe Master would suddenly disappear for no reason. There must have been something she just had to do.
Well, despite everything, you still managed to follow in her footsteps and become the greatest champion duelist in all of Fontaine. You're practically a living symbol of law and justice.
I suspect my position would be far too by the books for her. Master always did whatever she pleased.
And your road
But-
trip?
You're right.
Yeah, we didn't go
I
very
suppose I
far,
do
but
take
we,
after
me and
her
my
in
mom
some
went
ways.
shopping.
Who knew
That's still a
Clorinde
road
had such
trip.
an interesting past? I never had the chance to ask her about it before. I wonder if Clorinde's master were the champion duelist back then. Would that duel against Mr. Callus have gone differently? Oh no. Judging by the atmosphere, Clorinde and Navia are probably thinking something similar. The mood just got super awkward all of a sudden.
Well, anyway. Would you look at the time? It's getting dark, so we should probably call it a
Oh my
day
god, I
for
didn't
real
even
this
see
time.
that.
If we keep talking like this, we really will be here all
Yeah.
night.
I had a great
Baby
time today,
photos.
Miss Clorinde. Thank you for being our GM.
She's not really bad
Anytime.
photo. You're probably like 3.
The script was
2 or 3.
good, but I
Yeah,
got to
probably.
say, your childhood stories were
So normally
even
you got
better.
some sort of
Hey, you should
What
tell
up,
us more about
little
that fight
dude?
against the Geo Bishop
toy
sometime.
camera.
Maybe your master was onto something.
Hey,
You could be
how I
right.
slipped past the old
What does she
googly
mean
eyes I have?
onto something? I certainly don't know any 5-year-olds who want to fight a bishop in their spare time. Guess I'll head back as well. I need to save my energy if I want to continue enjoying the story tomorrow.
You're that excited to hear about my fight with the bishop?
I was talking about the script.
Aye, aye, Captain.
Aye, aye, Captain.
Yes, you find a way to see. Not me, because I hate fucking pineapple.
Who lives in a pineapple under the sea?
Election, because these guys can be.
Let's go meet up with the group. Paimon's really looking forward to today's story.
Actually, let's probably live with Squidward's guy.
Forward.
I wanna watch a movie.
Watch a movie.
I'm gonna see what movie I can watch. I watched a movie the other day. That was alright.
What did you watch?
A movie?
Just a movie.
Havoc.
Havoc.
No, it's called Havoc.
Okay.
Looks like everyone's here. Now, before we begin, why don't we finish where we left off yesterday? There was an important decision to be made, yes? I'll pour everyone a cup of tea.
Oh my god, haven't tried the dragons here.
Though, Clorinde, Paimon's more concerned about our current surroundings. Heavy walls, cold railings, dim lights.
Sorry.
This is obviously supposed to be a prison.
Response out of you, but I didn't.
I admire the work put into the set. Still,
Kat,
it's obvious the
keeping
scriptwriter
my
has
legs
never paid a
feet
visit
so
to the
warm,
fortress
it's so
of
good.
Meripede.
So
Stop
the
moving.
set is going to be a part of the
Lay on my
script?
feet.
Unfortunately, that is something I can neither confirm nor deny.
Anyone think Clorinde's smile is starting to look kinda scary?
Well, whatever happens, we'll just have to push on. But first, we should really figure out what to do with this treasure. If we're worried about arousing suspicion because of our identity, why don't we give ourselves a different name, just like Clorinde's master did?
Movie.
Yeah, it might be better to keep a low profile. As long as we're helping people, it doesn't matter who we are or what we're called.
Staring at me won't get you anywhere.
Oh, that's
Or
right.
did you
I
want
was
some more tea?
watching T1 versus DNF. Game 1 LCK Spring Break 2025.
Why aren't you saying anything, Navia?
Week 5, day
Wait,
3.
What's that next to you?
Oh, this is the short sword Clorinde mentioned last night. I found it.
Huh. I'm surprised you managed to track it down after all this time.
Well, I made sure to take good
Asian
care
girls
of
looking
it,
for
considering
romance.
the circumstances
Why is
in
that
which you
fucking
gave it to
showing
me.
up on a
Of course
Google
I had to keep it
friggin-
safe.
No, what's it
Anyway,
Google
where
Play?
were we? Oh, right.
YouTube
I
ad.
was just thinking about all the potential ways for us to break out of prison. We could dig a tunnel, or try to bribe the guards.
Wait, we haven't been thrown into prison yet, have we?
Well, it's only a matter of time. It pays to be prepared. Just like how you should always have an umbrella on hand, even when it's sunny.
Alright, Paimon's made up her mind. Let's just give the treasure away.
Paimon
may have wanted to keep it, but if it's going to land us in prison somehow, Paimon will be too upset to enjoy her
Maybe she'd go
snacks.
for me. I won't have to get out of my bed.
So, you reached an agreement?
Yeah.
All right then.
It works
Continue
like that.
with
You
the
should
story.
do.
Oh, and we'll
Get
collect
it
all the
all
scattered
up
pieces
then.
of treasure on the ground as well.
No.
All right. You collect the
Yeah.
treasure and make
You
your
can
way
do it.
back to the capital with your bag of loot in
You got
hand.
the power. Don't make me laugh. I'm trying to have a drink.
Glug
Shut
glug.
up.
The city is still
Slippy
shrouded
slip.
in a gloomy, oppressive atmosphere, but your spirits are surprisingly high. In places where sunlight struggles
First,
to
you need to
reach,
wet the lips.
you generously share your
Oh.
wealth with the children, the elderly, and the poor in urgent need of help.
Smack.
Thank you, kind soul.
Hey, look, the old
Tell me
lady's
The
something.
back.
elderly woman's look of gratitude follows you as you walk away, her eyes never leaving your back until you move
Right.
entirely out of
She's
sight.
got her falsies out.
However, there's still quite a bit of Mora remaining. It appears you haven't made much progress.
She's probably trying to tell us to speed this up. We need to hurry up so we can address the sorcerer problem.
What do you want?
Should we go
Can I help
find
you?
that man again at the square? He seemed like a pretty responsible
Well,
guy.
Can I help you?
I'm sure he knows the people here far better than us.
Okay, still.
Yeah.
What do you want?
Just as you start to make way to the square, intent on finding the man
You
again,
can dig out the
there's
blanket
a
all you want.
voice.
Okay. No. No. I'm getting up in a minute anyway.
Please wait, distinguished guests.
Check 50.
Several strange guards suddenly
Smack 'em
call
around.
out to you. They run forward to
Right,
meet
his
you
head's
and
going up his
proceed to
house, and his
politely
head's
pay
going
their
up his
respects.
house, while his head's going down
Greetings,
his house.
gentlemen. Are we being invited for
What do you want?
afternoon tea?
Surely you jest,
You
my
want your
lady.
head to go up his
That would
ass
not
too,
be our
do you?
place. It is His Excellency the King who requests to meet with
That's where
you.
it's about to go.
Please come with us.
Hope this isn't too much longer. I do have to leave at 5.
Oh my god, oh my
Do
god, oh my
you
god, oh my
think
god,
this
oh my
could be a
god.
trap?
Dude, you gotta go.
Well,
You gotta go,
we
no,
have
no.
to investigate the court at some
No,
point,
we gotta
right?
go get food
Meeting
at my
the
grand's
king
house.
himself would be a fantastic opportunity to do that.
I say
Right,
we
you
go
don't have
for
work,
it.
'cause, you know,
If something happens, we'll
No.
just turn
Yeah.
the whole place
it's
upside
Friday.
down.
It's Friday.
What Friday?
That
I
sounds
don't
a
work
little
Fridays,
intense.
no. I mean, there's a Saturday shift on this
After a
weekend.
quick discussion,
I'm not doing
you
it,
nod to the
but there
guards,
is a
and
shift
agree
on.
to
See?
follow.
See,
They
I can
lead you
stay there.
all
We
the
can
way
play
to the
game
audience hall of
together
the
and
palace.
stream it.
Gilded tables
No,
line
I'm
both
gonna work
sides of the
tomorrow.
hall. The
Yes, you
space
must
itself
sleep.
is
You
adorned
got
with
work,
all
work.
manner of expensive antiques,
We need to
glass
play League of
shelves,
Legends
and
again.
silver candlesticks.
Yeah.
The items appear
Wow.
quite
We
ordinary
were talking
in
about that the other
size
day,
and
me and Elijah.
dimension, yet their presence
fuck
somehow
Alexa,
makes the
shit out of-
emptiness of the hall feel even more surreal and ominous.
Wow, it's
That's
so
his bottom line. We
luxurious.
carry him.
The elderly king,
He starts off
clad in a
alright, but then he
magnificent
gets too
robe,
cocky and
sits
overpushes
upon
and
the
gets
deep
slammed.
crimson throne before you.
Yeah.
He wears above his head a majestic crown with a
He-
gemstone the size of a
needs to
bird's
ward.
egg set right at the
Ward,
very
ward,
front.
ward that fucking river.
As you observe it, you see a complex pattern of light reflect off its surface. They're here, Your Majesty. A man dressed in dark clothes, likely a minister, shields his mouth with his hands and bends down to whisper a few words to the king. After a moment, he lowers his hands and stands back up. His gaze shifts to fixate on your group, but he does not move from his place at the king's side.
The king does not appear entirely aware of his surroundings. The man by his side, though. We should keep a close eye on him.
Oh, you said
The king
cherry.
remains still and
The
says
Huey.
nothing. The minister is
sound
the
like a
one who
cherry.
speaks. Esteemed guests, allow me to thank you for coming to our faraway kingdom. Unfortunately, His Majesty the King finds himself quite exhausted from work. So please allow me, his Prime Minister, to welcome you in his stead. I've heard tell
Oh my god,
that your
this is made
group,
for
the
election.
Marechaussee Hunters, used your
Doesn't need
exceptional
another man.
ability with the sword to repel the monsters near the
Yeah.
capital. Such a great deed deserves to be
He's with-
rewarded.
He's not with me, and
However, seeing that I was not fortunate enough to observe such a feat with my own eyes, you'll forgive me for seeking
with a
to
teenager.
verify the truth by
That is a
speaking to you
man.
myself.
Well, we've got nothing to hide. You brought us here to talk, right? So we'll just explain what happened.
Alright, there's your cuddles, there's your smacks.
The golem's blades were so
You
powerful,
happy?
they could cut down trees in a single
Right.
swipe.
No, Kitty not
It took
happy.
a lot of effort to defeat them, even for
Right.
trained swordsmen like us.
I
Well,
just told
that
you,
was
I'll
enough
get up a
details,
good
right?
toilet.
Believe us now?
Don't mean you lay on me even
Your account
further.
does indeed match those of the
Oh my
survivors.
god.
Since you were the ones who
Why do you
defeated
not
the
listen?
monsters, that
You're
must
literally like a
mean
child that doesn't
you
know
are
how to
also
fucking
in
listen.
possession of the treasure they
know this?
stole.
You hear me? I'm talking to you.
Meow.
I've seen that you fucking asshole.
We did take the treasure, but
How did he know about the treasure?
Ah, then
Oh,
I must
oh.
ask that you return it
I
at
gotta go.
once. It belongs to the kingdom.
Who the fuck's messaging me that's later?
Wait, but didn't you just say that our great deed deserved a reward? Shouldn't the treasure be
Oh, that's
considered a
wrong.
part of that?
Just come from my
Yes,
phone,
that was
even though I'm
indeed
reading
what
it.
I said. But you seem to have forgotten a very important
Sammy,
distinction.
your mum woke me up at 12:40 in the morning to say
Only
hey.
that which is freely
I was
given by the
like-
king can be considered a
Ah.
reward. Taking the rightful wealth of a kingdom without said permission,
Oh,
on the
so
other
happy
hand,
about it.
is a crime.
But that's completely
I'm
unreasonable.
gonna put a t-shirt
yeah,
on.
that
It's
makes
fucking
no
cold
sense.
outside.
If it weren't for us, the treasure would still be buried underground somewhere.
Maybe so, yet the fact remains. You tried to dispose of the treasure without reporting it to the court and without receiving permission, yes? What, no answer? Surely you're not insinuating that you, a group of legendary marechaussee hunters, sought to take the treasure for yourselves?
Well, what about the king? Is he just gonna let this guy talk for him the whole time?
Clad in his magnificent robe, the king remains seated, with his hands resting on either side of the throne. His posture is rigid and unmoving. He stares forward with an empty look in his eyes, completely unmoved by the events before him.
From the look of things, could the Prime Minister be the evil sorcerer? Or could both the King and the Prime Minister have fallen under the evil sorcerer's control?
I would like to observe the number of guards stationed in the hall.
The guards in the palace appear fully armed, their expressions solemn. Sensing the tense atmosphere in the room, they stand at the ready, each with a hand placed upon the hilt of their sword, as if prepared to draw their weapons and surround you at a moment's notice.
Well, there goes my plan to turn the whole place upside down, I guess.
It appears we've been visited by nothing more than a group of ill-intentioned imposters. What a pity. Guards, take them away and throw them in the dungeons. Before I decide your fate, however, I must first determine whether you have any accomplices outside the court.
Can't we try to slip away? Or maybe start some kind of riot?
But if we try to fight the guards right now...
Don't worry. At least we figured out who's behind all this. Let's just play it by ear. If you're scared, Paimon, just hold my hand.
Thanks, you guys.
You allow yourself to be led away by guards surrounding you on both sides. It's only when you begin to feel drops of water falling from the dungeon ceiling and smell the stench of death and decay all around you that you finally realize you've stepped into a completely different world.
Stay here, and don't try anything funny.
The guards lock the cell door and leave without looking back.
Wait, sir!
Your voice echoes through the dark hall, but the only response you receive is the sound of water dripping from the ceiling.
No! What should we do now?
Carve out a new path of fate with our own two hands, of course. I draw my weapon.
You reach toward your waist, but find nothing there. You now recall that your weapons were confiscated before the guards locked you in the cell. The bag of treasure along with them.
What about that knife I hid in my boot?
When did you hide it in there?
When I was thinking about digging a tunnel.
Rejected. You failed to inform the GM of this course of action. Moreover, the guards would have conducted a thorough search before throwing you in prison.
And the keys to the cell aren't anywhere to be seen?
Correct. You don't even feel a lock hole on the cell door.
Oh, well, there goes all our plans.
Indeed.
Huh? Why are you the one saying indeed?
Because that statement holds true for me as well. This is where the script ends.
What? But that's a terrible ending!
Generally speaking, this should be the point where the scriptwriter gives the players some kind of hint, or gives the GM some kind of code for how to move forward.
I mean, maybe they just really wanted us to be immersed in the feeling of being in prison? Like, they'll only show us the way out once we've grown truly and utterly desperate?
That is a possibility.
If only there were desserts and tea in real prison. Oh, wait, guess that's kind of how the Fortress of Meripede works if you're lucky.
Oh, before I forget, Navia, the short sword you had with you earlier. I took a closer look, and the craftsmanship doesn't appear to resemble anything from this era. If I remember correctly, that style was last in vogue several hundred years ago.
Wait, Clorinde said that sword used to belong to her master, right? Does that mean her master has been alive that long?
I doubt it. The way she went about things often made her seem childish more than anything. I'd say the sword was most likely an heirloom passed down over time.
Hang on. A precious heirloom passed down to you by your master. And you gave it to me just like that? You weren't worried I might lose it?
Master left many things to me when she disappeared. There was the sword, an old key, and a good amount of junk she probably just didn't want to take with her. I gave you the sword back then.
But I hope it's not too much longer.
I didn't want our friendship to end.
Wait, when did this happen exactly?
After the duel. Between Mr. Callis and myself.
Before that, Clorinde would have meals with us and even stay over at the Spina some days. She was on great terms with Papa as well. After the duel, though, there was a period of time where we simply didn't know how to face each other. She entrusted this sword to me, and never came back. We were both sad, and conflicted, and totally overthinking everything as a result. Whenever I looked at this sword, I couldn't help but wonder if Miss Petronia had never introduced us to each other at that picnic. Maybe part of the sadness I was feeling could have been avoided. Back then, it felt like I hadn't just lost a father, but a close friend as well.
No one can change the past. The most important thing is that you two found your way back to each other and can enjoy things like this together.
Yep, you're right.
I'm sorry, you two. I didn't mean to bring up any sad memories.
Think nothing of it. No one here is at fault.
Huh?
Meow.
Oh. Looks like the next part of our script is here.
Meow meow.
Perfect timing. The situation was really starting to get desperate. And not just because of the prison thing.
From Clorinde's face, Paimon really can't tell if it's good news or bad news.
Water continues to drip from the ceiling. In this lightless dungeon, you lack a reliable way to tell how much time has passed. Eventually, you get used to the unpleasant odor of straw, mold, and rust, and find yourselves alternating between fits of drowsiness and despair. Suddenly, you hear footsteps outside the door.
Heads up, everyone. Someone's coming.
Gather close, everyone, and keep your voice down.
Oh. Actually makes us move.
Who are you?
I work as a guard in these dungeons, but my true identity is the same as your own. I'm also a marechaussee hunter.
Huh?
Shh. I've already sent away the other guards, but if we make too much noise...
I understand, but how can we be sure we can trust you?
The king has issued a formal decree. In light of the irrefutable proof of your crime, you're to be executed before tomorrow's sunrise. If you want to escape, it has to be now.
Executed? We barely did anything!
Monsters appearing at the same location as the treasure. Could this entire thing have been a trap?
There will be time for speculation once we're out of here. As for my identity, I have no way to prove that to you just yet. Infiltrating the capital was difficult, and finding a chance to speak with you has taken a lot out of me. I could go on, but I think we can all agree that now is not the time for details.
Wait, what stream paused?
Have you seen our weapons anywhere, sir?
Don't worry, I brought them with me. They're just behind the door. Still, These weapons alone won't be enough to defeat the true enemy behind the scenes. His faction is too powerful. The guards are all under his control, and he's even stationed a number of golems in various rooms throughout the palace.
I'm gonna
To
bonk
defeat him,
you.
you must find a secret vault. It is said that within that vault, the Marashose hunters of the past left behind a treasure with the power to defeat the sorcerer.
You're not coming with us?
No, I'll remain in the dungeons to deal with the guards. I'll try my best to distract them so they don't go after you. As long as my identity is not revealed, I'll be able to aid you when the final battle comes.
In that case, please stay safe.
Thank you for your concern. I will do my utmost. As for the location of the vault, here, this map should lead you there. Alright, once I open the door, remember to stick close and refrain from making any noise. I'll lead you out of here as quickly as possible. You now have the chance to restore the honor and legacy of the Marashose hunters. So please, get out there and reclaim what's ours. And be sure to exercise caution.
With the help of the guard, you successfully escape the dungeons. Your sense of despair and anxiety both seem to fade as you continue your quest.
Wait, we didn't get to use our skills at all while we were in prison. Who knows when we're gonna get the chance to use that cool summon spell?
That is a pity, but we can only continue to move forward.
Isn't it almost 4:30 for you?
Hmm?
Isn't it almost 4:30 for you?
Yeah.
You're gonna go in half an hour.
Did you?
This should be the place marked on the map.
This bit
I
of
just
rock
hope I have enough
certainly
time to
looks
finish the story
suspicious.
quest. I hate having
I'd say
tiny
an
bit left to do.
investigation's in order then. Plus,
Hey.
if all else fails, we can just
I
blow
would
it up.
say you're nearly finished, but I haven't done this one yet.
Wow, you really meant that.
Before you lies a serene stretch of open water, its surface shimmering a brilliant shade of sapphire blue.
Well, guess this means it's time for a swim.
Whee! We going for a swim.
Damn. Cages are wet.
Oh, what's the matter?
Yes, Furina.
It's nothing.
My wife.
As you step into the cave,
Your waifu.
you find yourself in an eerily
My waifu.
quiet space. Before you lies a narrow passageway that appears to trail off endlessly into the distance.
Wow, this must be where the treasure is hidden.
But this door is blocking our way in. It almost looks like it's been here for quite some time. I've got to hand it to the tabletop troupe. They really went all out with the props.
Huh. What have we
Might be
got
able to
down
play
here?
Genshin tomorrow and do me
Kind
dailies
of
for once.
mechanism connected to
You
the
going to
door?
do your dailies? Wow.
It looks like we might have to
Tomorrow,
arrange it
maybe.
into a certain pattern.
Depends
Pattern
how
on
I
a
feel
stone
after
door.
work.
That's something Master mentioned before.
Is something wrong, Clorinde?
After a long, difficult journey, you finally arrive at the location indicated by your map. It appears to be an ancient site of some sort, where treasure likely awaits. Your surroundings are exceedingly quiet and serene, as if the secret that slumbers here has never once been disturbed. If you listen closely, you can almost convince yourself you can hear the sound of its calm, gentle breathing.
commotion makes Paimon feel kinda bad for disturbing this place.
We're doing this for the sake of the people, to free them from the evil sorcerer. I say it's time for this treasure to once again see the light of day.
Lyney's right. We need to keep going. The future of the kingdom depends on it. The next part of the story requires us to solve the puzzle, right? Let's start exploring the area.
Yes, that should be fine. Something feels off about all this. Guess I'll just have to improvise.
Improvise?
Oh. Tiny. You don't know what that means, do you?
Hmm?
Honey.
I smell pennies.
I found something!
There you go. Work out what that says.
Found something here, too.
Same here.
I really just need to wait for them. I hate waiting. I just want to get it done. Come on, guys.
Oh my gosh, she got it.
Amazing. They went into a lane. What is it doing?
It worked!
Something just appeared. Some kind of new mechanism, maybe?
By solving the puzzles, you prove yourselves worthy of inheriting the secrets of the past. At the end of each puzzle, you're rewarded with
With?
a key.
Key? Looks like a key and a half of a key.
Oh, it must be the key to the big door.
Huh? This is one of the Marashosei Hunter keys that are passed down from generation to generation. It looks just like the one Master passed down to me.
I have a headache.
It is said that 4 keys in total are required to form the final
I'm sorry, I'm a
complete
headache.
key. And it seems like we just collected 3 of them. That must mean...
Oh my god, you could have told me. I would have went yeet.
Huh?
Nah, my
What's
mouse is
wrong?
over there anyway, it's fine.
You hear a few strange noises. Suddenly, all the torches in the ruin go out at once.
Huh? What's going on? Did we fall into another trap?
Oogly boogly.
For the sake of immersion, please close your eyes, everyone. Without the torches, the space is now completely dark, and you cannot see anything.
But Paimon can still see a little bit over here. Oh, right. Sorry.
Suddenly, you hear the sound of footsteps pierce through the darkness.
There's someone else here? Oh, this is so unsettling. I can't see anything.
She peeked.
I've been discovered then.
Wait, that voice, it's...
You recognize the voice as belonging to the guard who led you to this place. It appears he now covets the treasure for himself, and has come to stake his claim.
Oh, so this is just part of the script. Then I can probably relax. Well, if we can't see anything. That means we can't fight to the fullest of our abilities. Should we retreat for now?
Judging by the way he's holding his sword, he must be a real Marashose hunter. But this isn't part of the script.
Retreat? That's not the hunter way. If it's dark for us, then it's dark for him. We choose to fight.
Your choice is noted. Please keep your eyes closed until I tell you the torches have been relit. This battle will be in the dark.
You got it!
Well then, let us begin.
This is interesting. Oh, like we do get to use Clorinde. I was gonna say we always get to use the character.
I'd like to try to hit him with my sword.
Your strike is successful.
Is he still standing? Goodness, he sure has a lot of HP.
Is it over? Can we open our eyes now?
The enemy is strong and relentless, but the battle is nearing its end. The torches have not been relit.
What about now?
Final strike. Ha!
Well, did we get him?
It's like stealing stuff from her past, taking...
Clorinde?
Warm fire flickers across the walls once more. Your vision is now clear. In an impressive display of courage, the four of you successfully defeat the uninvited guest. That look in his eyes. It's like he became an entirely different person as soon as I defeated him.
Huh? Mr. Florian? Oh, wait. We're supposed to be role-playing. I should stay in character. Speak your name, guard. Why did you lead us here just to betray us? Is this treasure really more important to you than bringing peace to the kingdom?
What kingdom? What peace? Those were nothing but lies! I, Florian, am a true Marashose hunter, descended from hunters of ages past.
So he's also using his real name. Or, wait, was that the name of his character from the very beginning?
Then I'm even more confused. If you truly are a Marashose hunter, shouldn't you want to help us just like you said before? Shouldn't we fight together for the sake of the people?
What do you know? In this day and age, there's no glory to be had as a Marashose hunter.
This is...
What's that supposed to mean?
They're like role-playing to this. He seems
father.
like he's doing stuff
we
for
lived
real.
a life of obscurity in the remote wilderness. Still, he devoted everything he had to being a Marashose hunter. And what did he get in return? A life of poverty and pain. In a world that forgot all about him. When he died, not a single person came to mourn his passing. The Marashose hunters were the ones who saved this city. We're heroes. We deserved more recognition and respect than this.
Is he talking about how no one in the capital seems to remember the hunters and their legacy? I didn't expect the script to contain this level of social criticism.
So that's why you want to take the treasure for yourself? You feel like you're owed fame and wealth?
If you already knew where the treasure was located, why didn't you just come down here and take it?
Because I still needed the final key.
Only a true Marashose hunter is capable of passing through this final door. As someone who sought to hurt others for his own gain, Florian lost that right long ago.
Okay, but what is this treasure anyway? We've got all the keys, right? So can we just go in and take a look?
You're sure you want to go in?
We've been talking about it for so long. Of course we want to see what's inside.
And we've already defeated Florian, right? So he won't try to take it from us anymore.
Pesky brats.
Watch yourself.
Then let's open the door together.
All right. Your choice of action is confirmed.
Fuck up. Heavy door. Heavy door. There, it's like it's a 3D key.
Before you, the door to the treasure, sealed and undisturbed for more than 100 years, finally swings open. You hear the shrill wail of the door hinge as it rotates for the first time after years of disuse, almost like a sleeping giant letting out an extended yawn. You get the impression that the secrets buried behind this door might be just as heavy as the sound you just heard.
It's open! Come on, let's go in! Paimon wants to see what's inside!
Ooh, me too!
They're all hyped.
Ugh, uncovering hidden treasure is the most exciting part of adventuring. What do we have here? Uh-huh.
A stone tablet? And some shabby weapons?
You call this a treasure vault? Looks more like an abandoned warehouse.
Maybe it is an
Maybe the
abandoned
trip ran out of
warehouse.
budget at the end?
They provided a super immersive experience at the beginning only to drop the ball at the most important part. They could have at least filled this place with cardboard Mora or something.
Wait, I get it now. Paimon, this is the real Marashose Hunter treasure.
Huh?
This is it? The Marashose Hunter treasure is just a stone slab and some broken swords? I can't believe it. I refuse to believe it!
Well, you have to believe it. What's wrong with him?
Whoa, are you okay?
The Marashose Hunter before you appears to suffer a serious mental breakdown. He needs to leave the room for a moment to collect himself. One of you seems to understand the significance of the treasure already. If the rest of you wish to follow suit, you may remain here in the meantime and explore your surroundings.
Oh! This is weird.
Yes, I am weird.
Oh, hi.
Hi. Did I fall asleep?
Yeah.
I was saying good night, but then I realized.
So, how are you doing? Feeling any better?
Yeah.
What just happened?
I know
Do you
how
remember
you
how you
feel
got
about
here?
stuff, so I did it
Or
as soon as
what
I
happened to your
realized.
body just now?
I remember now. I brought you
No,
here
no,
because
I
I
think
wanted
it's
to...
talking to you.
The explosives in the
You
cave!
don't love me no more.
You mean these?
No more. Love me.
Huh?
Oh.
I could tell something was off the moment I stepped into this cave, so I kept an eye out. I've already dismantled the whole thing.
So the strongest champion duelist in all of Fontaine saved the day once again. Guess I shouldn't be surprised. It would seem your skills as a
There's my cat
Marashose
snoring, not
hunter
me.
are as sharp as ever.
Uh-huh.
I deserve some answers, don't you think?
True.
Sure.
Tell me why you wanted to lure me here. Everything you said earlier sounded like the truth. Luckily, your monologue was dramatic enough to convince my friends you were just role-playing.
I don't know. I just always felt like there was something in my heart that didn't
His
belong.
eyes are blue again. Not purple
Something
anymore.
agitated and angry. Who knows? Maybe it was my own anger all along.
Yeah.
I could never really tell.
The
The feelings about my father and the other Marashose hunters are real. It just wasn't fair. I was angry, bitter that no one remembered them or praised their accomplishments. I don't know when it started, but at some point, my anger came to completely consume me. At that point, I remembered the legend my father used to tell me. The one about the treasure.
But if the treasure was all you cared about, why plant all those explosives? Wouldn't they just destroy the treasure and bury you along with it?
I can't remember. My head is a mess. It felt like there was this voice telling me to eliminate the hunters, but now it's gone.
From your description, I suspect you were dealing with a devorator.
Devorator?
Oh, your master... your father, I mean. Never talked about it? It was a kind of monster that was active several centuries ago.
No, I've heard of it. I'm just not sure why you suddenly... Wait, it can't be. The seal!
The seal?
My family has served as Marashose hunters for many generations. But the title and swordsmanship weren't the only things passed down over our line. There was a seal as well. My father instructed me to always watch over that seal and maintain it regularly. He said it had been passed down over a truly ancient age, and protecting it was our clan's most important duty.
I don't got work.
I neglected that duty after he died.
No, you don't. Do you have work?
I finally decided to come down and check on it one day.
Friday!
And that's where my
We already went over this.
Leave me alone.
The devorator would be a formidable adversary for any mortal being.
Your brain's tired and
Even one
doesn't
as
remember
capable
we
as the
already had
hunters.
this conversation.
If you lacked the power to completely destroy it, you could easily fall
Yeah.
prey to its influence and corruption. In light of this, some Marashose hunters chose to seal the devorator away, in the hopes that a permanent solution would come with the passage of time.
I heard it has the power to amplify the obsessions and desires in people's hearts, to the point where they overtake you entirely. It would seem I'm not just lacking in skill with a blade, but in mental fortitude as well.
And yet, you were able to retrieve 3 of the 4 keys. If I remember correctly, each was entrusted to a respected and capable hunter. How did you manage it?
Yeah.
One of them belonged
It's
to
a
my
weird
father.
but funny.
The second I stole from a different hunter. And the
I
third
already lived the same time.
Yeah.
was one that I snatched while the person was on the way home from the tavern. I nearly died in that alley.
Ooh, wow.
I know just how strong you are.
Thank you,
It's as clear as day to everyone in Fontaine. I observed you from dusk to dawn, but could never find any opportunity to sneak up on you. I never even saw you drink a single glass of liquor. The only way I could think to obtain that last key was to lure you here using your hobby, and then... Oh, I get it now. That monster, it wanted to bury you here alongside the treasure.
I won't comment on anything else. But the script was good.
Beautiful.
Well, I did pour my heart and soul into it. The stories my father used to tell me about the glory of the heroic Marashose hunters and how they came to be forgotten.
I can't argue with
It's
that
more
logic.
than just a story.
Huh?
You're proud to be a hunter. You're still holding onto that part of yourself, no matter how small.
You could be the ugliest person
I have
on
done
earth,
so
and
many
still can't say
despicable
you're
things.
beautiful.
I have
You
nothing
would, yeah.
to be proud of.
Then
It's
explain
not
the
what's on the
purpose of the
outside,
evil
what's on the
sorcerer in your
inside.
story.
You know?
Isn't he the true
You
antagonist?
ever had a go and
The
you
one who sought
cared
nothing but
about
his
other
own gain,
people?
and used the
You're
people as
beautiful.
pawns to attain it? In your heart of hearts, he was the one you truly wanted to
I'm
defeat.
just an arsehole.
But I've
But
already
I love you
tainted my
anyway.
sword. I no longer have any
I
right
don't know
to...
why.
Wake up,
'Cause he was
Florian.
amazing.
Remember how you introduced yourself earlier?
Now
Do you
talk
really
shit.
think the hunters acted out of a desire for honor and glory? Or to be loved and acknowledged by the people?
You're amazing.
What
not
did your
me.
father teach you about our
You're
order?
amazing.
And you're the,
Hmm.
like, you're amazing.
You're amazing.
You do not wield your
No.
sword for yourself,
No.
but to protect those you
wrong.
serve. There's
You're
nothing
physically
special
wrong.
about a
You're
blade.
amazing.
It's the intentions of the wielder that
Fucking
matter
I
above
know,
all
physically
else.
wrong.
Do you still not understand? Even after seeing
You
the
said it.
treasure for yourself? The
You
contents of
literally
that
told me.
room,
You're like, you're
they
physically
represent
wrong.
the true legacy the
You're
hunters left
amazingly
behind.
amazing.
You're right.
amazingly a cutie.
I am a Marashose hunter. It's time for me to redeem,
Exactly.
no, to finally serve the people I vowed to protect all along.
I wouldn't be so quick to push aside the need for redemption.
I know. That's a charge I won't bother to defend myself
what?
against.
Good. Then, come
I'm
with
getting
me,
something what you can't get.
and help me see the script through to the end.
Yeah.
See the script
I'm
through to the
getting
end?
cuddles.
But there's no more script left.
Titles.
Never finished it, huh?
No, I mean, I wrote the script with the sole purpose of luring you all here. There was no reason to write beyond this point.
Then we'll just have to keep writing it. The evil sorcerer still needs to be defeated.
You mean the Devorator? Are you saying I have to make up the rest of the script as we go along?
Is that really so hard? You've already written most of it. Surely you can write an ending where the hunters win and justice prevails. I'll be there to help you too.
You aren't afraid your party will fall into danger?
I know what my friends are capable of, and they're all quite skilled. Besides, I need their help.
I mean, there is some
Then,
better, but I can't
are you going to tell them the truth about all this?
I don't intend to spoil the
I
fun.
can't give you a hug. You're over there.
Sometimes protecting dreams and
Over there.
fantasies is more important than exposing the truth.
Over there.
Why are you so far away for?
Well, I was technically born first, so what are you so far away?
Why are you so far away for?
No, what are you far away?
Why are you far away for?
That made me move over there.
They're back!
That took a while.
I'll be us to the grouch. I'll leave you in.
Ahem! My fellow Mara Shosei hunters, please forgive me, for I have sinned.
Tone it down.
Sorry.
I love how
crossing swords
Genshin
with
can
you
just
and
like
witnessing your courage in battle,
telepathically
I've
talk to
rediscovered
each
my
other.
true self and regained my pride as a Mara Shosei hunter.
Oh, do I smell a redemption arc?
I confess, I was brainwashed by the evil sorcerer. He asked me to lure you here so he could bury you in this cave.
That little... Wait, you're saying all of that wasn't you, but the evil sorcerer?
That's right. He's adept at manipulating the hearts and minds of the people. I fell under his influence because I did not possess a strong enough sense of will.
Huh. And how are you going to prove that you're a changed man? We're not going to fall for the same trap twice.
To be perfectly honest, I only came to my senses after seeing the treasure. It reminded me of my father's past teachings. The treasure was actually...
The names of all the Mara Shosei hunters from ages past and their weapons?
I run away from myself.
Wait, you already know?
You'd run away
Of course. Don't underestimate a veteran role player's exploration skills. Oh wait, I mean Mara Shosei hunter Navia's exploration skills.
We just finished reading through the content of the stone tablet.
That tablet recorded the lives of some fascinating people. For example, this Mara Shosei hunter called Est. She inherited the responsibilities of the Golden Hunter and passed judgment on many people. But in private, she had a very easygoing personality. Her favorite pastime was singing and dancing with her friends, and she was said to have a beautiful voice.
So, she was just like you.
Oh, you really think so?
I don't think I'm gonna have enough time to finish this.
Well, when you put it that way, I suppose I also have a few things in common with this Walter. Working as an executioner, he supposedly used a countless number of tricks to confound his enemies in battle. If only I could have seen the feats of magic he pulled off back then.
Their lives were all so exciting.
You need to know the story to enjoy the story. It's a story quest.
How could they have all been forgotten?
Baby.
Because they chose to be. To hunt monsters that only appear in the shadows, you must also operate in the dark. To be a Mara Shosei hunter is to willingly give up on wealth and fame.
Then this stone tablet must have been left behind by their companions.
That's right. Few Mara Shosei hunters ever revealed their identity to the public. They always protected the city from the shadows. The only time they spoke of their accomplishments would be at night, when they gathered with their fellow hunters in front of the bonfire to share stories of the monsters slain by their hand.
So, this tablet was created not so that the hunters would be remembered by the people, but so that they would be remembered by each other.
No wonder this place was so well hidden.
You regard the stone tablet in solemn silence. The names of your comrades etched onto its surface serve as a reminder that you are never truly alone. The tablet proves that, although a hunter walks a shrouded path, it is not a solitary one. There will always be those who walk beside you, a fact that remains as true today as in ages long past. Their legacies shall continue to be passed down from generation to generation, as everlasting as the stone onto which their names are carved.
Father, you once told me that I should seek out the treasure if I ever became lost. So this is what you wanted me to find. Thank you, my friend. You are very kind. I implore you, everyone, please give me a chance to make up for all I've done. Allow me to fight alongside you and defeat the evil sorcerer that threatens the peace and prosperity of everyone in this kingdom.
Well, I say we let you join.
Sounds good to me too. Everyone makes mistakes. What matters is what you do to make up for them.
I have no objections, but Mr. Florian, do you even know how to defeat the evil sorcerer?
When he took over my mind, I gained some insight into his thoughts. Every time I thought of the treasure, he reacted with a strong sense of fear.
Huh? He's afraid of the treasure? But there's nothing here except some broken weapons and the stone tablet.
Hey, guess what?
What if the secret's hidden inside these weapons? GM, permission to investigate.
Night.
Good night. Auntie gone.
At first glance, the weapons appear absolutely ordinary. But as you observe them, you notice a faint energy emanating from within. These blades have slain countless monsters. Though it's been a long time since they were used in battle, their edges remain sharp, as if they're simply waiting for the next worthy hunter to carry on their legacy.
So basically, take these with us, right?
I'll take this weapon, since it used to belong to Est. Maybe it'll find comfort in being held by someone who appreciates the arts.
Ah, good idea. I'll take Mr. Walter's bow then, from one archer magician to another.
Paimon's gonna pick a cool weapon too!
As you grip your weapons, you can almost feel the will of past hunters coursing through your being. It's a feeling of courage, determination, a silent vow passed down from generation to generation that says, eradicate the monsters, no matter the cost.
Mr. Florian, do you know where to find the evil sorcerer?
I was able to see his surroundings when our minds were connected. I believe he's currently hiding out at the church in the kingdom. We must be extremely careful. He's spent so long living among monsters that he's now taken the form of one. He will not be easily defeated.
Then why don't we explore some more and try to find some higher level gear? We don't want to just fight him and lose, right?
No, we have to strike now. He was greatly weakened when I managed to break out of his control. If we let him rest, he might have time to escape.
I agree with Mr. Florian. We've got to act while we have the advantage. Don't forget, the people of the capital are counting on us.
Yeah, now that we've got a plan, there's no point in waiting. The longer this drags on, the worse it will be for everybody.
Yes, that's what's called... Yes, that's exactly right.
Alright, you've persuaded Paimon.
Mr. Florian, please, lead the way.
Of course. Follow me.
He had to set up so many scenes today, and now he has to join in for this last part. I really don't envy his job.
Finally, you decide to slay the evil sorcerer and bring peace back to the kingdom once and for all. As you walk away, you feel the gaze of the stone tablet at your back, as if all the hunters of the past are wishing you success in the battle ahead and awaiting your triumphant
story. I
return.
didn't think I was going to, because it was like we're playing a game within a game sort of situation. I should really have Wanderer, right? He's quicker.
Burn it down! Finally, you arrive at the church Florian described. As you approach, an ominous aura surrounds you. You get the sense that your enemy is close at hand.
How strange. This uneasy feeling seems so real. How did they manage that?
Now, it is time for the final battle.
Let's go!
Florian, wait.
What's wrong?
I think you should wait outside. You've already been corrupted by the Devorator once. It could easily re-enter your mind and take control of your body. I don't think it's a good idea for you to be this close. If it corrupts you again, it's possible you might take on a new form entirely.
That's exactly why I have to go. Why I should be at the very front.
You mean...
You
Yes,
got wrapped up in your little blanket.
I intend to lure it into my body.
That's too risky. If things get out of hand, I might have to kill you. Do you understand how dangerous this is?
I understand, but if I do this, you'll have a clear and visible target. The Devorator will have a hard time passing up a chance to enter a body it knows how to control. You won't have to worry about any of your friends being taken over. You're not like me, Miss Clorinde. You're a just and powerful Marachose hunter. The monster broke free due to my error. It's only right that I shoulder the responsibility for its destruction. This is... something that I have to do. Consider it a duel to restore my honor. My only request is that you give it your all.
I understand. Then, as a champion duelist, I hereby accept your request for a duel, and extend to you my most sincere regards.
Thank you.
The battle is now upon us. Let the Devorator once again tremble under the blade of the Marachose hunters.
Huh? Ooh, cutscene. This is cool.
So lifelike.
Oh, Blade's back.
This foe is not invincible. You hold the treasure. The power to defeat it in your own two hands.
The treasure? You mean... the names! It's the Marachose hunters' names!
How are we supposed to...
You forget, Paimon? There's still one skill we saved until the very end.
Hunters fight not for fame,
Thank you for the follow.
but to aid the people whenever they are summoned.
Walter the Marachose Hunter, master of 1,000 tricks, executioner of the Phantom Hunters, I call for aid!
I'm like summoning these people.
Est, the Marchose Hunter, inheritor of Cassiodor's will, judge of the Shadow Hunters. Answer my call!
This is cool.
Petronia, protector of justice and order. The hunter I respect the most. Thank you for saving my friend, the best one I'll ever know. Please, lend us your strength.
We have
Wow.
come to answer your summons.
That was cool. I think it was one of the best cutscenes in the story quest. Great.
And so, the monsters were eradicated, and the sorcerer was defeated. Peace soon returned to the capital. Those in the court, manipulated by the sorcerer, also recognized the errors of their ways. Some remembered the names of the heroes who saved their kingdom, but others simply continued their lives none the wiser. Such is the story of the Marachose Hunters. They pursue the phantoms in the darkness and exterminate all who pose a threat. They will always protect the city and those within it, even should all memory of their accomplishments be forgotten by the very people they serve.
Hopefully this isn't too much longer. I'm so hungry.
I am assuming we've finally reached the end of the script.
Yes, you've reached one of the better endings.
It's a pretty solid story overall. I thought it was just an ordinary adventure at first, but the further we got into it, the more impressed I became with the production and the plot. That final battle especially. All the effects were super realistic.
Oh, right. Yeah, totally.
Navia knows.
Ah, that's a really good point. I never expected the weapons we picked up from that vault would have that kind of effect.
Yeah, mine nearly scared the daylights out of me when it started glowing.
For Furina.
I took a good look at it
Doesn't
after we
realize.
got out, but I don't think it ever lit up again. Oh, we should probably give these props back, right? I'll just leave mine here.
Did you have a good time?
Of course. Let me know if another script like this comes around.
Sure, no problem.
Then I'll head back for now. I think I need some time to fully digest everything that just happened. Once Mr. Florian is awake, please pass on my regards to him. He must be extremely exhausted to have passed out cold like that.
You're right. He's had a lot to deal with.
Well, see you all some other time. Toodaloo!
Bye, Furina. Stay oblivious.
Okay, so, can I ask now?
I think it should be fine, yeah.
What in the world was going on back there?
So you saw through all of that?
That time in the cave when you told us to close our eyes, it'd be weirder if we didn't notice anything.
I was dying of curiosity the entire time. I mean, you did a pretty bang-up job of pretending nothing had gone wrong. Furina actually looked like she thought all of it was planned.
Guess none of us wanted to be the one to break the illusion.
What are you all talking about?
Oh, wait. Don't tell me Paimon never... Oh, this is all my fault. It's not too late to cover your ears. Here, Paimon, I'll do it for you.
Bit late for that, don't you think?
Paimon was oblivious too.
You're saying everything that happened back there wasn't actually part of the script?
It's probably more accurate to say this was never a real scripted story to begin with.
What?
So loud. My head.
Hey, you! Get up right now and explain yourself!
Paimon's angry.
I'm shaking, please! Oh, my head.
Did Paimon just hear that right? You guys made up that whole last part on the spot? It's not nice to lie to people, but Paimon's got to admit that was a really good story, Florian. Oh, and nice improvisation, Clorinde!
Yeah, it was like watching a magician improvise a spectacular magic trick after forgetting an important prop.
If Paimon knew something was wrong with that vault, she would have floated straight in the opposite direction.
Everything was under control.
As if you've ever described a situation as being out of control. I'm pretty sure any situation you consider to be easy to handle would scare a reasonable person half to death.
Guess I'm just used to it.
You must run into a lot of unexpected situations then. That explains why you're so good at coming up with things on the spot.
As for you, Florian...
I know there's no excuse for what I did. I'll turn myself into the guards at once, confess my crimes, and accept any punishment that comes my way.
I would say you've already suffered more than enough.
What?
You may have been blinded by fame and fortune in the beginning, but your actions during the final battle had proven you to be a true marechaussee hunter. You'll be far more used to the city above ground than below. Your job as a hunter is more important.
But...
Of course, you'll still need to take the keys and pay a personal visit to the 2 hunters you wronged. Prepare to accept any terms they give you as well.
Yes, of course.
As far as I'm concerned, though, your showing in the duel was enough to prove your honor.
Then I'll do exactly as you said. I'll go return those 2 keys right now. Thank you so much, everyone. I'll do my best to prove myself worthy of the second chance you've given me. I swear this on my name and honor as a marechaussee hunter. Until we meet again, everyone.
Until we meet again. Well, everything had froze then.
Speaking of marechaussee hunters, what should we do about the treasure in that cave?
Leave it be.
Are you sure? We could show it to people, make it so that the hunters are remembered. Don't you want that?
No. Every name on that tablet made the same choice. All hunters know what the path entails. I am no exception. My identity as a marechaussee hunter is not something I need people to remember. I wish only to be recognized as a champion duelist. Nothing more.
That's certainly very different from the path of a magician. Still, I admire your decision.
Wait! Paimon just remembered something. If there were no special effects involved, why did our weapons begin to glow during the battle?
Because there were magic.
That's because the marechaussee hunters of ages past would often imbue their weapons with special enchantments to suppress the monsters. Whenever a monster was nearby, their weapons would start to glow.
Oh, so that's why they had an effect on that guy near the end. I really thought the summons were doing all the work.
Well, I'm sure the summons were a part of it too.
Oh? How so?
This particular devorator probably hailed from the same era as the hunters we saw in the room. The names you recited all belonged to the bravest hunters. Countless monsters fell to their blades. That's likely why the devorator visibly reacted when you said them out loud.
So the names held the power all along!
Navia. Everything you said during your summon.
Huh? Oh, I meant what I said. I mean, it was true to my character, so yeah, I'm glad you heard it. Just don't make me repeat myself. It's embarrassing.
I really appreciated those words.
All right. Don't get all sentimental on me. Anyway, let's not talk about that anymore. I'm going to go on ahead. Don't fall too far behind now.
She ran off!
I should probably head back as well. This story was truly incredible. I might have to spend the whole night telling my siblings all about it. Goodbye.
Traveler, should your name and deeds be forgotten, what do you think the significance of your journey will be?
I suppose the significance would be the journey itself and the world we helped create. There's still value in the time I shared with everyone here, in the things we were able to accomplish, even if no one remembers them.
A great answer. I'll remember it. Me? The Marachose Hunter says nothing in response to that question. Perhaps her answer lies in her silence. An unspoken vow left to echo through the night. The path she walks needs no explanation.
Perfect timing, because I have to go. It was amazing. Such a great story. But we're just gonna have a quick bye. Thanks for watching, coming by, everyone. Thanks for, is it Jazzy? For the follow. And, I'm not gonna raid out because I have to go. Thanks for stopping by. Give everyone down in the description of my VOD on YouTube all the love. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye!